Okay. We are live on YouTube.
Yay!
Let's go to... And let's go live. In tutorials, we'll just say that. What if I say something like, ask drawing question?
Yeah, I like that. Ask drawing questions.
Ask drawing questions.
Yay, we're live.
Live. There we go. TikTok and YouTube.
I wonder if YT is off the table for saying the words.
Yeah, I probably won't say it.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, long time no see. Hey, Stuff Maybe. Hey, Dahlia. Hey, Clear Sky. Hey, Cupid.
Let me go ahead and let the
Discord know.
Content updates.
Hey, Saturn.
Everyone, we are live. There we go.
Yep, yippee.
Hello, Dahlia, Stuff Maybe, Sleepless, Crying Face, Saturn, Caught, Clear Sky, Cupid, Z, Soy. Is that Soy Gay?
What?
Hi. Hello, guys. Hello, Stardust.
How's everyone doing? Hey, who's Rookie? Hey, Caught. Hey, Mavis.
Wowza.
Kara, hello. Oh, hey, Stardust. I need to draw a face before anyone else sees. I don't know. Before anyone else comes in. That's more like it. What's the stream about today? Well, we're going to be doing the usual. Ask questions if you will have any questions to ask about art. And we'll do some tutorials.
Yeah. Hello, who's Rookie, Mavis, Kara, Saturn, Mercury. Thank you for the follow. Art.
Oh, thank
Toad
you.
Sandwich, welcome.
Toad Sandwich. It's been a while.
Make
hey,
yourself
Liz.
some toast and come back. Liz does art. Hello, Mika.
Mika,
Hi.
that's a cute name.
How's it going? Oh, so how's everybody doing?
I haven't drawn Tira in a hot minute, so I'm drawing that.
It feels like it's been forever.
I know.
Fox, hello.
Fox. Till, hey.
Froggy draws. Which program? It's Procreate on the iPad.
Yep.
Dingy, hello.
I have not drawn for a long time. This is actually the longest it's been since I've actually even drawn. Somehow it's pulling through. I haven't drawn for like days actually. I'm in a withdrawal.
Yeah. Normally I watch your streams, but you'll start whenever I'm at school. All good. Artemis, hello.
Hey Artemis.
Hi.
Yay, Dingy made it. Tori made it. Vio.
Nalani, hello. Lexi, Mata, Crystal. Lot of people that we see. Hello from Ukraine. Hello.
Hello.
Missed these secret admirers because I was in the hospital.
Oh no. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't go in.
What?
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't join because I don't have
join
toy. I didn't have time.
Yeah. Ah! Ah! Oh. Jimmy. Samuel, hello. Death Punch, hello. Duff Pappy, what?
What? Duff Pappy says I'm in Philippines. I'm going to go to school. I'm late. I just want to watch live. Aww.
Yep. It do be that way sometimes. Hi, I love your art so much. I just want to say your advice helps me so much. I feel more confident. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, glad you like it.
Yes. Honestly,
hi, Hannah.
Confidence is great.
What's everybody been up to lately? Huh?
Hey.
Let's hear it.
Jimmy.
Anything interesting?
Hey, Samuel.
In the UK, you guys start streaming at midnight?
Oh my.
I forgot it was Wednesday. Hi, Christina thought it was Friday.
I thought it was Friday. I was like, oh, we're going to do challenges. And I'm like, wait a second. I don't see any new challenges. And then I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday.
Yep. Got an essay to write, though.
Ooh.
Just graduated high school. Congrats.
Congrats.
What are your plans now? Who's Rookie? Nothing much. I was sick today, feeling better, though. Okay.
I'm glad.
Swag. Pregnant with 2 more kidney stones. Oh no, that's painful.
Oh no. That's a way to say I have kidney stones.
I have been making a comic. That's fun.
Oh my
Tom
gosh.
Poof, hello. It's been snowing all week up there in Flagstaff, huh? That's fun.
Nice.
Going to uni for art. Fun.
Congrats.
I love it. Well, I drew Miki, and now I'm working on the monthly because I'm a chronic procrastinator. Procrastinating drawing per usual. Duff Pappy says. Dingy says I've been doing Minecraft. Working on Secret Santa info stuff. Tori says W for graduating high
Nice.
school. Yeah, teachers, I need help. Do you know how to draw cornrows?
Ooh, cornrows are fun. Yeah, I can draw some cornrows. So, as always, feel free to ask any questions.
Just had my birthday celebration. That's fun.
Topics.
How old did you turn? What'd you do for your celebration? How was that? Should be sleeping since it's 2 a.m. No. You must go home.
We must go.
The stream must continue.
Alright,
Drawing
maybe.
E2. Nice. From near.
Ooh, okay, that's fun. I like that.
Miyubi. Miyubli. Hello.
Hi.
Asume. Thank you for the follow. Hello, Cat. How's it going? Y'all done playing Genshin and gonna join us today? Was it Genshin or was it Honkai?
Funny tips about extreme foreshortening. I'll write that down in case if we go over it.
You stayed up to be here. Awesome.
And
Yo,
simple coloring. Simple
Genshin.
coloring and shading.
Just turned 25. Christina's
Nice.
turning 25 this year.
Yeah, I am.
I had sip and paint
Simple
with all my friends and some coworkers. That's really fun.
And shading. Maybe like self shading we could cover. Extreme foreshortening. That's hard, but we'll see if we cover that today.
Just finished playing PJSK. I don't know what that is.
I've heard of Inside Job. Is that the show that you're talking about?
Genshin. OMG, I'm 26. Nice.
Hmm.
I feel old? Well, I'm 29. I'm going to be turning 30.
Jellyfish haircut. Yeah, why not?
Jellyfish haircut. We have a short
Coming up.
that needs to be launched on Jellyfish haircut. So Cupid, keep an eye out for that as well, but that can also be covered today.
Yes.
17.
Luna 17. Nice.
Nice. This is the point where everybody starts saying their age.
Yeah, just say your ages, everyone. I don't care. I'm 20. I'm 24.
Hi, do you know if there's a way to draw in types of body perspective, like from up to down? Yeah, like a bird's eye view of people. Hello, Chloe.
So, people in perspective, up and down.
Yep. Monthly challenges. The monthly challenges will be due before stream on Friday, I believe.
Yes.
You're gonna have to ask Vio and Toe. Also, I gotta move this a little bit behind me.
Color skin. How to color skin. Oh, that sounds fun. Coloring skin.
That's kind of fun.
We haven't colored that in a very long time. Coloring skin. All right. I feel like we have enough topics for right now. Maybe we'll move. Maybe we'll add more later on. All right. So maybe just to get things started with, let's do some cornrows.
What about stickers? Fox? You're gonna have to talk to Vio and Toe about that.
We're gonna have to convince them. I think.
Turning 25 next month. Awesome. Mysol Vio to be 23 this year.
Wait a second. Mysol, are we the same age?
Mysol's a little bit older than you.
Oh, okay. So cornrows. This is fun. Well, I need a better picture than that.
Wait, isn't Mysol's birthday on Valentine's Day or something?
Is it?
Mysol, when's your birthday? I know somebody's birthday was on Valentine's Day. I don't remember who.
All right. I need to find a good picture of
flesh.
cornrows for women or girls because those are fun.
So I don't know what to call you guys. What are your names? I am Colton, and this is
Christina.
Christina-chan. Christina-chan. Yada yada.
No. No, if you use that voice, I'm gonna flip. All right, cornrows. Wait, I'm not even writing right. Cornrows.
Nope, it's February 22nd. Okay.
Let's do a back view.
Kiwa. Yeah, don't worry. We'll have to ask how to pronounce most of y'all names a lot of times.
Yeah.
Luna, though, that's pretty easy to say, so please stick around.
Yep. How to draw cornrows. This is the picture that I have for the reference. I did search up cornrows, and this looks like cornrows. If it ain't to you, then I don't know what it is. So.
Don't worry. There will be many fights.
Yes.
In chat while you draw these.
Yes. I'm sure you've seen most of the fights. I don't see any of it.
Kaito.
Cornrows.
Yes. Demonix, who's the one who asked, said,
Yes.
yes, that says cornrows.
Yay, good.
Well, I can guarantee you 3 or 4 people on TikTok are going to say it's not. So if you're happy with it and you ask the question, then we'll do this one.
Yep. All right. So let's analyze this for a little bit. I see a bunch of tubes going along the sphere. Notice how it's like it falls off right at the base of the neck. So you basically just have to draw a cushy tube all following the head. It's like form drawing, right? So think of it like think of it through like different sections. Think, okay, what's the middle, what's the sides, what's the back, and just rotate and draw very, very simply.
Can y'all hear the music?
I'm sure they can. So I'm just organizing this really simply because this is the way how I can break it down. And I'm keeping in mind that the wireframe of these cornrows is like really round. So this is my wireframe. And then I can drag the rest of these strands down. Now this doesn't feel like, it feels too like empty, but that's because there's actually all the hair is being gathered from this point. So this is the hairline. So we can imply that a little bit, but we'll do that later.
What is this?
What?
Rat King says, got bored and drew this.
Oh my
Mickey.
gosh.
That's
fun.
horrible.
I love it.
That's great.
I love that.
It's
That's
Mickey.
so fun.
Mickey.
Do you guys have a YT? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do, Luna. We are actually live on there right now as well. We have the same username, Draw Anime Academy.
Yes.
You can get there from our profile, and it looks a lot better.
Yep.
I'm a black dude with cornrows, so if they get mad, I have a very good reference. That's awesome.
Oh. Thank you. All right. So here, what I would do, just to like show this part right here, is I would shade this whole entire thing. And this is kind of like my scalp area. And then I would go in with an eraser and erase out the hairline, and erase out, you know, the scalp area.
Yeah. And then on top of those tubes, you're gonna draw the braids.
Yes,
right?
on top of those, I'm gonna draw the braids.
Yeah. A lot of the difficulty of drawing things is understanding in your mind how to break down more complicated things by starting with, like, you know, like if you've ever built a Lego set before, they always have you start with like this kind of foundational piece, like these building blocks and stuff. You never put on the details or anything. You want to make sure that it's structured to support all of the rest. And in terms of drawing, that would mean you want to make sure you understand the three-dimensional volumes of how it is.
Yep.
Like the actual cornrows are kind of like overall tubes,
Yep.
and then the areas in between have kind of like this light line that has like these lines coming off of it.
Yep.
And so if you can break it down that way, the drawing isn't actually that difficult. It's
Understanding.
yeah, understanding how to break it down and approach it in a manageable way. Like
Yeah.
you'll see a really complicated Lego set and you'll be like, man, that looks really hard to build. But if you follow the directions, it's not really that hard to build. It's just there's a process,
There's a process to it. It's like, yeah.
And so that's why a lot of the time when you follow tutorials and stuff, the drawing that you do actually turns out a lot better because they guided you through a process.
Yes.
So focus on process a lot when
Yeah.
you want to draw things that seem difficult.
Yep. So when I'm drawing braids here, this is my favorite way to draw braids. I draw twists first, like this, and then all I have to do is just add in the other side. This works especially well for braids in a 3/4 view.
Ooh, hello, Audrey. Welcome back.
Hey.
Next monthly should be draw your own season of cozy scenery.
Oh, cozy scenery. That's
Okay.
cute.
Hear my soul out.
Okay.
Via one more monthly idea, draw your OC with their or as Animal Crossing villagers.
Oh my gosh, I would
I like that one a
would
lot.
do that. I would do that so much. I would.
like that. I love Animal Crossing
I
so
love
much.
Animal Crossing
We
so
made
much
Mickey.
too. Wait, what animal would
Animal
Mickey
Crossing.
be? What animal would she be? Would she be like a villager?
What if you drew them as the Animal
Animal
Crossing
villagers.
player character, and then also you drew them as an animal?
Oh my gosh.
That
I
would be
want to
fun.
do it. I want to do it. I want to do it.
I'm biased. Yeah, I love the idea. I love the D&D idea. I like the D&D idea as well.
Mhm.
How long have you been drawing for? Both of us have been drawing for over 20 years.
Yep. Now,
Just since we were little kids.
yep. I've always drawn. And I miss drawing. It's been so long since I've drawn.
We've had a very busy week.
We have.
So we've just been running out and around all day long. Good. It's good. It's been fun. Nothing bad happened or anything.
Nope, just
but,
life
just
updates.
Very busy.
Yep. So when I'm shading in braids, this is gonna actually look like cornrows now. But if you want to add that extra zip, extra zing, zest, I don't care. Zoom. Add a little bit of highlights on the braids. Oh, don't that look nice? Okay, let's do this again. It's kind of. I don't need to put them everywhere. I just want to put them in the areas where I want people to look at most. And I want people to look at this area right here.
Hello. Eyeshadow color skin flesh, like underneath the skin color, please, for horror purpose. We probably have to look at some reference.
You mean like muscles? Like coloring muscles in you?
The skin color, please. You mean like you can see through the skin and you can see veins and stuff like a horror creature or something?
Oh, that's fun. Yes.
We can look up some references and approach
Wow,
it.
those corners
French
are-
braids.
French braids sound fun. Okay. Maybe we will do some hairstyles. Why not? Hairstyles. So I'll do jellyfish. I'll do some French braids. If I have any other. This always turns into a hair stream, but I love drawing hair anyways. Jellyfish hair. You can tell I'm tired.
There he is. He's
Oh,
got a scratch on
Cyril.
his forehead though. Rip.
French braids.
Um.
Or maybe I'll do like a. Yeah, I'll do that. French braids.
Can we do curly hair too? We do have
Curly hair.
a TikTok and a YT video on curly hair.
Yep.
There's a couple TikToks that have really good curly hair stuff that we have published if you want to find those. Otherwise, we could do curly hair.
Yeah, we can do some curly hair. Why not? It's fun.
It will be in a little bit.
By the way, if you like this content, we have a YT channel and we also have a school.
You know how to do French braids. Okay, that one. Greetings.
What was it?
Hello,
Curly hair.
Constantinus.
All right.
Why is YT chat so tiny? I'm like,
Squinting. Can you do knotless braids? I don't know what a knotless braid is, but I will write it down. I'll just write down all this.
Pookie. Thank you for the follow.
Knotless braids.
Our new Pookie.
New Pookie?
Nah, I'm kidding. I mean, they could become our new Pookie.
They could. All right, jellyfish hair. If you want to go really extreme, if you want to make it look obvious that this is a jellyfish haircut, draw a bob and then add in tendrils at the bottom. That's the shape of it.
Are you guys on any other platforms besides TikTok and YT? We have a Discord server that's very active and there's a lot of people on. That's where our community is. We have an Instagram as well, although we're not nearly as active on it. We are going to be putting up more content on there.
Yep.
That is part of this year's plan.
Yes.
And technically we have a Twitter, but we're never active on it in any way.
Yeah.
Our last tweet was literally years ago. I'm not even like logged into the account.
What's your favorite thing to draw? Women, girls. I love drawing girls.
In the link on our profile, Rookie, anybody who wants to join the Discord server can go to our profile on TikTok or in the description on YT. Otherwise, you can actually just send us a direct message and ask for the invite, and I will just paste it into the chat so you can join that way. Very easy.
Queen Asia says, my faves, I've missed so much over the week. Hope you are doing well. I did not read that right. Hi, Queen Asia.
Hope
Sorry.
you're doing good.
I butchered your message.
So yeah, I'm gonna go copy that invite right now, and if you want to DM us, actually, someone one of the mods can actually put that.
Tori!
Put that in the chat if they want. But
Tori, thank
it's
you
all
for
good.
the
It's just
super
in the
chat.
description. Tori, thank you for the 5 super chat. Gonna lock in for the Secret Admire stuff. Bye bye. Make sure to drink water.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I don't have any water. I have a little bit.
So, jellyfish hair is basically a bob with tendrils on it. That's all you need to know. If it doesn't look like a jellyfish at this point, I don't know what you're doing. You gotta change the shape. That's all you have to do. Change the silhouette. I think of it in sections. This is one main section, and then the bottom is a different layer. So this looks like a jellyfish cut. And then,
Yeah.
go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, you go.
Oh, and then you can just add whatever bangs you want.
Bye bye, Tori.
Bye, Tori.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
And while I'm at it, I'll shade a little bit of the hair.
When's the next game night? Not sure exactly.
Not sure.
Not sure. Might not be this Friday. We might still be pretty busy, but we'll have to see.
Jellyfish hair. All right.
There. By the way, we do have a new short / TikTok coming out soon on jellyfish haircuts. Breaks it down really well. Be on the lookout for that. I actually think the video's done.
I need to still export the new version.
The new version. So export, and then we can just put it up.
Yeah, just put it up.
Why don't we like do that tonight or
We'll
something?
do that tonight.
Maybe
We'll do it
later
tonight. Oh, thank you for the follows, guys.
Yes, thank you, Cat. A new cat in town. Thank you for the
cat
follow,
in town.
Gamer. Thanks for the follow, the Ratty Rat, Mystical Wizard.
Hey,
We've
Cyrus.
got Thorn, Tyreek, Nalani, Gloomy, Evie. Thank you so much for the follows. Appreciate you showing up and hanging out. What time is it for us? It is 5:23 p.m. Zyrus, hello.
Braid. What's a French braid?
French braid? That's the one with the big
Like a-
one in the middle of the back of the head, right?
Oh, okay. It's like an Elsa type vibe, I guess.
I think so.
Okay.
Can confirm.
Is
chat?
it like Elsa braid, like from Frozen? Is that it? French braids.
I thought a French braid was like a big braid that
Like-
kind of
like this?
everything and
Took everything and just
that one looks like a side.
side
Kinda like a
French
side
braid.
French
But I
braid.
think that all that matters is the way that it's being drawn.
It's like two braids. Oh, is it like boxer braid?
Boxer braids is like.
Like this.
Oh, okay.
I thought this was a boxer braid.
Is it like this?
Or is that a French braid?
This is a
I
French
don't
braid.
braid my hair, if you can tell. So, if y'all are complaining, look at this head. Why would I know braids? Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Then maybe I'll do a back view.
Okay,
of it.
French
Why
braid
not?
then.
I'll do a back view because this is easier to see.
It's braided on your scalp.
Oh, okay. So it's similar to a cornrow in a way.
French braids are like two braids in the back of the head. What was the one big braid on the back of that?
One big braid on the back. I don't know. I don't know all these braids.
Nah, bro, you braid your thoughts. I know.
You braid
French
your
braid is
thoughts.
the hair braids inward.
Okay. So if I were to do this, I would once again just be like, okay, what's the main volumes? Because I'm not gonna think about all this stuff right here.
Just a single French braid, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. They're saying it's this one, so I'll just go with this one. You could just make it a single braid if you want. So I'm not gonna focus on any of these. I'm just gonna focus on this tube right here.
Hold up.
What's up?
What does a French braid look like?
So if you've seen in the cornrows right here, it's going to use the same format. It's just going to be two braids. So I'm just going to draw
Didn't get my own
in.
thing. That's stupid.
I'm going to draw in my tubes, and I make sure,
What does a French braid look like?
that the ends are tapered like this, and I'll do the other side. And then I draw in the braid. So once again, I draw the braid similarly either to hearts or I start with a twist first. I'm not thinking about the extra details just yet.
This is what Perplexity says. French braid is a three-piece hairstyle that starts at the crown of the head and cascades down to the nape of the neck, incorporating hair along the way. Unlike a regular braid, it involves weaving small sections of hair into the three strands as you braid, creating a seamless look that appears to cascade down the back of the head. So it kind of takes hair as it goes down, rather than is like long hair that's braided together like a long rope.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Gotcha. Well, I will add in those little interwoven bits in a little bit.
Yeah.
So don't worry. This looks like cornrows right now, but it will look like French braids later.
What's going on tonight? Hey, Fenris.
Hey, Fenris.
With a French braid, that would be so
Oh.
amazing. Perfect explanation. All right, chat, I want to tell you about this. Perplexity is way better than ChatGPT because Perplexity AI goes and searches the web and different reputable sites and uses AI to compile official information and organize it, and then it also cites its sources, so it's really good. It's not always right, but it's much better.
All right. So here, this is where I'm going to add in those like nice like added bits over here because that's the most complicated part. That's where I think people get it wrong, or not wrong. I think this is where it messes a lot of people up. So I'm gonna look, where do they have these little pieces? It's in between, every like next. It's like every other braid.
Yeah,
So
and it can use different models. It can use ChatGPT, and it can also use I don't remember the other one, but I think Deep Sync?
Deep Sync.
Deep something?
I don't know any.
Well, that's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah. So now I'm pulling these hair strands into this section, into every bit, and I'm gonna make sure It wraps around the head.
Yeah, deep sink.
Deep sink?
Deep sink would be really nice to do dishes in.
Oh, I would love that. So now it looks like a French braid. Because it's not, you don't see like the scalp, you just see the hair being pulled into the braid. And then you do the same thing on the other side, but you don't have to draw like every single detail. Just do your best.
I'm gonna catch up a little bit on comments.
Okay.
What animes do we watch? Deep Seek. I have a question about Procreate. How do you get the pressure sensitive thing, Chimera? It is on by default, but you have to make sure you have a pen, like an Apple Pencil, that is compatible with your iPad. That you won't get pressure sensitivity otherwise.
Yep.
So it's the pen, not the program, because it's on by default. You have to make sure it's compatible.
Yep.
Wow, that was such a good tutorial.
Wow,
awesome.
thank you.
Well, I mean, you know, there's a little follow button right there if you thought it was helpful, you know, hint, wink, wink, not telling you have to or anything.
It's all about breaking it down to the simplest things.
Yeah.
That's all art is. How to draw something.
Perplexity FTW as an IT professional, nice.
Whoa, IT professional.
That's fun.
Tell us more.
Tell us more. What do you do?
Can we go to you if we ever have any technical issues? All right.
You do male hair? Yeah.
Yeah, we do male hair, but these can also work as male.
Do you mean
hairstyles.
male hairstyle?
Like male short hairstyles? I mean, I could do those. We do have some other stuff, but we'll cover it if there's a high demand.
Can you teach me how to add textures on clothes, jeans, or leather, for example?
Hatch marks.
Leather is going to be much more of a lighting thing, like a material. Jeans is going to be rendered pretty standard, but it's going to have that fine texture. So the reason leather looks like leather is mostly because of the way that it's rendered.
Yeah. Curly hair. If you're thinking about like 3C curly hair, like similarly to like Merida from Brave, that can be really complicated. So I always make sure to start with the outside because that's just the easiest, but I also incorporate the silhouette. So I make it kind of look like a little cloud, make it look very fluffy. The more C curves you add, that's in different directions, like this, it automatically looks curly because it's like wrapping around a cylinder. So add those lines because you don't have to add every single strand.
GI, do you teach face anatomy? Yeah, we teach faces all the time.
Yep, we do.
I don't know if that's on the list right now, but we do stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you can hang out anytime. We're also going to have content on our TikTok and YT channel. But can we get a tutorial on leather and jeans? What does rendering mean? Rendering is basically the indication of form as it responds to the light. That's like a fancy definition of it. It basically just means when you render something, you are describing what is happening to the form as it pulls away and towards the light source.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will say it just means drawing. It's a term that's used like loosely amongst kind of normies. But if you actually learn rendering technically for like automotive design or industrial design, that's what it means. So it just, you can probably just say shading.
Mm-hmm. Love the curly hair look fluffy? Yes, make it look fluffy. Will you make more human anatomy YT videos? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This is basically kind of like 3C hair mixed with a bit of waviness. You can always add more 3C hair or like all these curls
Do you
with the
want
hair.
to add like leather and jeans
Sure,
rendering?
I can do it. Leather, jeans, material.
We should do more like material stuff.
I think so too. Leather, jean, rendering. So I don't know how many other hair tutorials I'll keep doing. I do have a lot more other topics, but if you want to ask more questions that I'm not going to answer today, you can always come by next time.
Nice, Audrey, focusing on perspective. I don't really draw hair much. I draw food and backgrounds. That's fun.
Nice.
Let's see. How long did it take both of you to draw like you draw now? Definitely many years.
Many years.
You can see progress very quickly though if you practice.
Mm-hmm.
Ro, we're not gonna back up and recover something, but you can actually go to our YT channel where we're also live and just rewind the stream, and you can see when we covered it originally.
Mm-hmm.
We have the same name, Draw Anime Academy. Yeah, and this again is one way you could draw curly hair.
Yes, this is not the way.
The point is, does the intention come across?
Yes. Does it look like the curly hair that you want to draw? If so, you're good.
It's one way you could draw curly hair. Other people do it different ways, and it also looks like curly hair.
Some people just draw the scribbles, and it looks great.
Oh yeah, Dahlia, that's a good point. We do have a school online, and so about your art school thing, is it like online classes or... So we have two. One of them is live classes on Saturday taught by us with instructor feedback on Saturdays. And the other one is we have a really large recorded curriculum that you can go through at your own pace. And so those are the two different options that we have. So we basically have both. We have recorded classes at your own pace, or we have live classes that are coming up in February, starting February 8th.
So pretty soon.
How do you go into the online classes? You can go to the link on our profile if you want and check it out. Otherwise, if you want to ask in DMs, I can DM you. I can DM you the information on that.
Yeah.
Just make sure you message and ask for it.
By the way, I have one more request for hair, and it's knotless braids. Guys, is this knotless braids to you guys? What program are you using? Procreate. So if so, I will do this. I will draw hair like this. If not, then I don't know what else to search for.
Knotless braids.
I don't know what a knotless braid is, guys. Can you enlighten me? Looks like a hairy...
What are your opinion on AI for art purposes? I don't really consider AI art as art. I don't think it's going to go away. I think that AI image generation is going to be used in different industries for different production and different things. I don't like it. I wish it didn't exist. I think AI is super dangerous. I enjoy drawing, so I'm gonna draw. Christina likes drawing, so she's gonna draw.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people out there who like drawings, and we teach drawing. That's kind of, I don't like it. I think it's dumb. I would be astounded if AI went away in any way.
I would be too, because it feels like it's just continuing to move on. So someone says yes, they are knotless braids, and I think Saturn was like, I don't think they are, but send me a picture. Yeah, Saturn, you can send me a picture of what you necessarily want, because you're the one that asked the question.
Yeah, I think platforms such as YT, YouTube, Pinterest, different media websites were not prepared for AI, and so the platforms are flooded, and it's atrocious, and they don't have a good way to filter out and give people what they want. Pinterest has been destroyed. A lot of different platforms have been just destroyed because they weren't prepared for the infinite amount of terrible AI content. I think eventually they'll probably get pretty good at removing it, but it's just a guess. I wish it wasn't there. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's not good for reference. It's all derivatives of
like,
generic stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want this. That's my reference.
AI's over Google too. Yeah, it's infested everything.
Let me draw a baddie real quick for this hair tutorial.
The start off of the braid makes it look seamless from your
scalp,
like the pic you showed.
Okay, so that's why it's called knotless, because it's like it doesn't look obvious. Is that
Still
right?
good concepts that are not executed well. You can absolutely do that. Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't like it. It's not going away. It's definitely going to change in a lot of ways. It's absolutely going to get faster and more realistic, but I don't think it's going to remove my ability to enjoy art.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people out there who just like drawing. They want to draw.
Yeah.
They
and
want to
like
be
it.
creative. It's a way for people to express their creativity.
So when I'm drawing knotless braids like this, I like to clump things. So for instance, if I draw a bunch of lines like this feels very, very heavy, right? Because there's just everything's like complete. There's no room for the imagination. So instead, I would encourage you to draw a group, but inside the group, break it up a little bit. Like, notice that I'm skipping some lines here and there, but I'm making sure that there's some thickness. And this looks a lot more prettier in comparison to this. But if you want to do this, do what you want. This is how I'm styling the hair. I'm making sure that the braids look visible and separated. Since these are quite
So-
small.
This is a really good take as well on AI.
Do it.
There's a scene in the original Blade Runner movie where, and I'm reading it because I didn't remember the scene exactly. Featuring an artificial owl at the Tyrell Corporation. So there was like a fake owl that was artificial in AI, and the owl was put in there deliberately to represent the fact that real life and real things were rare. And I think that's how traditional art and oil painting is going to be in the future, where AI is going to be so available that traditional and real stuff is going to go up in value because of just the originality and the difference of it. So I don't think that the traditional art industry is going to go away at all. I think it's going to become more valuable due to the fact that it's less common and it's less readily available.
Well, I think with the whole AI stuff, it feels more like commercialized.
Yeah, and
So
and I think there are examples of that. In fact, I'm gonna ask, funny enough,
you're gonna ask an AI.
I'm gonna ask AI to give examples of this sort of thing in history.
Alright, so there's a knotless braid. Notice that when I'm drawing the braid, I'm not drawing the diamonds, I'm not making any crazy shapes, because there's not, the hair is so thin, or the braid is so thin that I can't draw every single detail. It's gonna drive me nuts. So instead, I hatch, because it looks like a braid anyways. That's personally what I do.
Yeah, I'm not sure about digital art. I think the industry is definitely going to be affected a lot. I don't like it. I wish it wasn't there. I agree. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not saying it's good that it's going to create that. I'm just saying I think it's going to be a side effect.
Yeah. I think what's gonna happen is just what's gonna happen. And I think that, but that doesn't necessarily take away like all art jobs. Like, AI, there's things that AI can't do, which is think creatively. Humans can do that, but it's also very difficult. That's why design jobs are very expensive. That's why you hire interior designers rather than have AI do interior designing for you.
AI is not anywhere near close to being able to replicate like certain things that require a lot of thinking and originality and execution.
They can make things look pretty, but that's what an illustrator does, and that might be a little bit more risky.
But we're not really, you can't predict the future.
Yeah.
Imagine that game developers that typically ask concept work, they will run to AI. Yeah, I mean, I'm a concept artist, and the game industry is in a slump right now, that not because of AI, because of economic stuff. But yeah, video game companies are already using AI in their process. I have friends working at a bunch of really big studios, and some of them have already incorporated it in.
So let's do some
So
jeans.
that's definitely accurate.
It's fun.
That's fun.
I like that. So let's render some jeans. Let me just draw this real quick, because you can't render something without having something drawn.
Found a pic of what I thought knotless braids. Did you already do knotless braids?
I did do knotless braids, but Saturn sent me the one that she was looking at, what she thinks it is.
Hey,
So
Cutica. Yeah, I just love drawing. I love creating.
yeah,
I like the process of coming up with stuff, not the final result. I do art because I enjoy creating, not because I'm like, I want a pretty image.
Yeah.
The pretty image is just a bonus.
yeah. Saturn, where did you send it? We have a lot of favorite animes. I can't really list them all off the top of my head.
But I still do traditional art. Oh yeah, it's very therapeutic. I like the expression on the knotless braids girl.
I know she's a baddie. Look at her.
Oh yeah, she's kind of like an Abby.
Like an
Like an Abby.
Yeah. Alright. So when I'm gonna be drawing jeans or jeans like this, I really I need to do this.
Yeah, Fox, she hates it.
Huh?
I love the animated version of Solo Leveling. Yes, thank you. Okay.
So if you can't draw jeans, it's gonna be even more difficult to render them. So understand that first try to draw the best you can, because that's what's going to give you all the information. So when I'm drawing jeans like this, I think about the overall shape and how it covers the leg, the whole entire leg, and then I figure out the rest later. So notice, very, very simple. I drew in the mannequin first, then I'm going to erase, and I'm left with the pants.
Yeah.
Gotta try to go through this a little bit quicker, because I tend to ramble. Jeans also are very particular with their folds. They have, especially in the crotch area, they will have a very tight fold. So that means rather than having a fold that is more of a U shape, it's more of a straighter triangular shape.
Are those real jeans? They don't feel like real jeans.
They don't feel real
They
to
feel
me.
like those stretchy ones.
Maybe, I don't know. I just searched up jeans. Whoops. I just searched up jeans. Sorry.
They feel like those stretchy ones that are like pretend jeans, like Mom has. I would
Casual
expect more
distress.
zigzagging.
I would expect more zigzagging
And
as well.
some of those wrinkles feel painted or like
Maybe I should
implied.
choose a different one then. I don't know.
This one's probably
This
real.
one's better. I need to save this image. Whoopsie. All right, that's better. That looks more like it. I'm just gonna turn these pants into this one.
Hello, Ethan.
Denim also has these ridges.
I did see someone said that they've been doing airbrushing for 20 years and they're going into Procreate. Awesome,
Whoa,
that's really fun.
cool.
Airbrushing's awesome. We have an airbrush. We haven't used it in a while because we don't have very much space.
Yeah, we don't. So, this is what jeans have. They have this little ridge. They have this little seam line in almost anything. Like, you'll see those seam lines everywhere. If you add those, they will look like jeans, and when you render them, they will look like jeans.
Shinobu, Andrea, Macy, Small Fry, Rec Airbrush. Thank you for the follows.
Oh, thank
Alicia,
you.
thank you for the follow as well.
Thank you.
Will you do leather later? Probably.
Yes, I'm doing jeans right now, and then I'll do leather. Jeans will also have these little belt hoops, and they will have this trim on the outside. So notice that when I'm drawing the trim, I'm dotting my lines because that's what denim does. It's not a straight line, it's choppy. That's what's gonna already automatically give the jean effect. Here's the folds in the crotch. Most of the time they will appear in the crotch. Here's your pockets, and they will have that nice trim. I don't know what this is called, but you get what I mean. Looks like jeans, right? Alright, and then I'm going to add some on the sides. Why is my pen acting out? My pen is acting weird. And then if I want to render this, I use, well, I will go over this another time, but I use what's called the 5 value system, which is a process that a lot of painters use to render. But what I start with is I start with my base tone or my base color, whichever that I'm starting with, because that's easiest. I determine, is this going to be dark jeans, light jeans, medium dark jeans, whatever. And then I go from there. This is quick, so it won't be pretty, but bear with me. You will have shadows in the folds, and notice that that's kind of most of the time where most of the shadows go. You can always add texture later. So right now I'm only adding things where the shadow is, where the shadows are. Not thinking about texture just yet. So I'm thinking about all the shapes that these shadows are making. Most of the time they will appear in the crotch, and they will appear in the sides.
I have to say, the last TikTok that we put up, I think it has 781 comments, and like half of them talk about hyperpigmentation.
Well, that's good. That's
We
I
got
love it.
lucky and hit a trend.
I know. We didn't even know. We live under a rock, guys. We do.
I've seen the video.
I've seen the video too, but I didn't know that it was resurfacing again.
It's making its rounds. It's nice.
It's nice. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Daddy don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. Daddy don't know what he
What are
do.
you doing anyway? Oh my god, I don't even know. That's so funny.
I know. So if you want to make this, already kind of looks like denim, but that's because you already added in those that seam line right there and seam lines around. So most of the work is already done for you. Now it's like, how do I get that like ripped jean look? Well, you can do some hatch lines. I like to particularly in the shadow areas, I like to add hatch marks to show extra detail. I don't like to add this everywhere, but it's like only areas where I deem are important. My goodness, my pen is not working right. You can even take a little bit of light and just draw those fibers in here. And it's very, very simple.
Yeah. Texture, generally, unless the material itself changes value, like texture is like bumps and like 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
And then there's like patterns on the material itself, which regardless of lighting changes the lightness and the darkness.
Yeah.
So there's like multiple ways that a material will change lightness and darkness. One is the actual color of the material, and the other is lighting on the form.
Yeah.
And so you have to be aware that when you're rendering something like jeans, your heaviest textures are going to come up in the form as it rolls over, and you can imply it in different areas as well. That's generally how materials work.
Yeah, it's like find the area with the densest material and just use that as like focal points.
Yeah.
Now Colton teaches a lot of rendering in his class in anime art school.
Yeah, I do the rendering classes in our school. I do the lighting and painting classes in our school.
It's really in depth. It's unlike anything that I've ever seen. So here,
Yeah, it's just you'll learn certain principles about how material tends to act, and it usually is pretty consistent.
it is pretty consistent. So now let's move on to leather. This already looks like jeans, and you don't really need to do that much. And another great thing about this brush is that it already comes in kind of textured, so it kind of already does half of the work for you, right?
Yeah, that was
So
a lot of the work as well.
That was a lot of the work. That's what made it look like jeans, but that's just because jeans have that texture.
Things look like jeans a lot based on the folds as well.
Yeah, they do.
Like, jeans really like zigzag folds because it's a stiff material.
Yeah.
So if your jeans are tighter, you're absolutely going to get like zigzagging around the knees. Look up maybe like tighter jeans just to cover that as well.
Okay, tighter jeans.
Yeah, or just like, because those are really baggy
Tight
and loose.
jeans. Yeah.
Blue jeans or something. Because I think it's probably worth talking about. Those are all,
Fake.
I don't think,
This one?
what
That's
about like
pretty good.
classic jeans? Those are all fake. But those are like stretchy. They look
Yeah,
they look
they
like
look
jeans,
like-
but they're not.
I mean, you know, because you've always worn jeans.
When I was a kid, that's not right.
It's
as
not
well.
right.
It's very, very trendy. Those are really loose. Levi's, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you're on Pinterest.
Yeah, I am on Pinterest.
I'm surprised we haven't seen AI by now.
I know. So I'll talk a little bit about leather because I've done leather before. I think what you really need to keep in mind of is leather tends to have a nice like seam line that's very, very, okay, there we go. Colton found one. So I guess I'll cover this first. Let me just save the image first.
Can you please go over how to wrap the clothes around the form? Wrapping lines.
Wrapping lines, like,
First, you have to understand the direction that the form is going. Is it
Yes.
coming towards you or is it going away from you? And then you use wrapping lines to describe that form.
yeah,
You want to do a little thing of that?
sure. Do a little demo of this.
No, of
Wait, what?
wrapping line.
Oh,
type
wrapping
thing. You
lines?
can use that if you want. It might be.
Like, if I were to draw an arm, I have to figure out, like, what's the perspective of the arm.
And it would be, their question was how to wrap the clothes around the form.
Okay. So let's say I'm drawing an arm and I'm gonna put a sleeve on top. And how do I show the wrapping lines? Well, first I draw the arm, so I know where it's going. And then I'm like, okay, is this gonna be baggy or is this going to be tight? I'll just do tight because that's easier to see the form. Go ahead. What's up? Ugh, sorry.
I'll just draw it out a little bit clearer right here.
Yes, thank you.
You have a cylinder coming towards us, and then you have another cylinder coming towards us, but not as much.
Hey, Kireji. How to draw hair. We did have a hair section earlier, so you can go to our YT channel. We're live right now there, and you can rewind. So this is what I just, this is what I drew. This is what Colton drew as a breakdown. I'm gonna add clothes on top.
So both the upper arm and the lower arm are coming towards us.
Yes.
You can tell by the ends of the cylinder.
And what you can even do,
This is extremely important.
yes, what you can
More
even
important
do
than anything else.
is connect these and find like the cross sections as well if you
Yeah.
want to like find the folds.
But that's not really as important.
Yeah, it's not as important.
You'd add folds to that area.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
So one form line that you can do is the end of the sleeve. That's showing the cylinder.
What is that called? The cuff?
Cuff, I guess, yeah. That will immediately be a form line for the wrist. Then you got your half log folds as the arm bends, and once again, when I'm drawing the folds, I'm not drawing straight lines like this. That's not form. This is form. Roll it around and add in those overlaps.
Subaru says, better than my art teacher, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Chiel. I have iPad 4. Does a pen make a big difference? I have knockoff pens. Sometimes it lags. Do you get pen pressure? You want to make sure you have brush sensitivity and pen pressure.
So anytime you see folds wrapping around in some way, that's a form line. But you hide it with folds,
Yeah.
right? And I would say most of the time when you are stretching your arm out, you'll have this little hook type fold
Yeah.
coming out. That's also accentuating the form.
So what these folds are doing is they're doing the job of this line right here,
Yes.
and this line right here, and this line right here.
Okay, we'll move that. There we go.
If I draw this, there's no form. You can't tell what it is. Only when I add this can you tell which direction the form is going. So the job of this end cap and this side right here are just being done by these,
Folds.
by the lines of the folds. And same with this one. This one's just like, you know, whatever,
I don't think they could see
like that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's still wrapping around a cylinder.
Yeah, like it's still wrapping around the cylinder itself. So whoever asked about how to show the form with clothing, you want to make sure that the folds are doing the job of what shows the form.
Yeah. Like I could do a baggy one as well.
Hey Miley, hey Crits, we got some more regulars showing up.
Hey.
Yes, pen pressure. I don't know. I have not used an iPad with a knockoff pen before, so I can't
I
tell
can't
you.
answer that. If it does, if that's what ends up happening, it's most likely that's the reason. So you'll notice here, this is a baggier sleeve, but you'll still see that I'm wrapping this around. You'll see the overlap, these bumps. Really try to find those bumps in the clothes. That's what's gonna help you a lot. And the seam lines also really help, because seam lines will help you to find the folds and show how it's wrapping around in space. That's a seam line right there. You know, we can add in some
It's fantastic.
we can add in some folds that's, you know, going into the seam and make it look nice. And this is actually how you would do like a puffed jacket or even like a leather jacket. You'll see a lot of time, or even like cargo type jackets as well. You'll see that seam line.
Yeah, and that seam line is another tool, by the way. Same with that.
Yep.
That seam line is another tool that shows form. So if you had, something wrapped around this, like this, that seam line would wrap around this form.
Yeah.
And so it would come down here, and then it would wrap around, and it would come back like that.
See it a lot in jeans too.
Yeah.
See, look at that. This main seam line, it's pretty straight, but every now and then you'll see it's affected by these
Yes.
folds.
And if you are drawing clothes, not drawing the pockets, the seam lines, buttons, zippers is very similar to if you were to draw somebody with no belly button. Something
Yep.
will just feel off about it.
Yeah, it would.
Because your brain's not used to seeing clothes without seam lines, because they have seam lines. Does my clothes have seam lines? Sure
Yeah,
does.
they
There
do.
it
They're
is.
right there.
Tell you brush. You can find it on the link on our profile, or you can find it on our Discord server.
Trying to find a good image of a leather jacket being worn. Oh, I like this. So I'll save this and then I'll do a little bit of leather rendering. leather is kind of tricky, so I'll do it with this sleeve right here because that is the most obvious. I really want you to pay attention. How do these folds react? Similar to the jeans, right? Find where the folds go. Is it like a straight line like this, or is it broken up? Same thing that you do for this jacket here. I noticed that this is a continuous line that is very thin.
All right, Crits, have a good sleep.
Oh, bye.
The clothes folds taking place of the end cap for cylinders to show form was actually the most useful. That's great.
Yeah, oh, that's great.
We can expand upon that a little bit if you want.
Sure. So I'm just gonna render this because we did have a rendering. We had a rendering request for leather and jeans. So when I'm drawing, I'm always starting simple. When I draw this thing, I'm looking at what shape does this sleeve hold? Is it tubular? Is it like triangular? Is it kind of bumpy on one side? So simple first, and then add your complex later.
I tried to will myself to burp, but it didn't work.
Oh. So here, there's that form line right there, that cuff, right? And then we have to understand that leather does not like to be crinkly because it's thick. There's actually less frequent. The folds happen less frequently. So there's always going to be this like one. Did you see what he just did to me? Do that again. Ow! Okay. So they always have this like one main fold that travels down. And then they'll also have, because this is a tension area right here, they will always have folds in like areas of tension like the armpit and stuff. What?
Mata, Don't worry, Christina, I'll protect you. Oh, Fox, I wanted to ask you, you got your books. What do you think of the books? You didn't have either of them yet, right? Those were the books that you got.
And she got the lovely drawing.
Yes.
By the way, we are running a promotion.
Oh yeah.
Which we will talk about.
I wanted to remind chat. Yes, we're running a promotion, but I did want to show the books. We actually have 2 books published on how to draw. If you like the tips you are seeing here, a lot of these tips are in our books, and more actually, a lot more, in a very organized way. We have 2 books: How to Draw Manga Volume 1 Anime Academy, How to Draw Characters Volume 2. They build upon each other and they work independently of each other, so you do not need one for the other. They are both standalone books, but they cover different things.
Yep.
So.
And if you get Anime Art School or Anime Art School Live, you get a drawing with it.
Yes, we're actually running a promotion right now. So we have online classes, as you may have heard earlier, and if you purchase either of those online classes, the Anime Art School Complete Edition or the live classes, the Anime Art School Live, you will get both of these books for free. We will sign them, and you'll also get a watercolor drawing done live on stream
of your character,
of your own character of your choice, and then we'll mail it all to you. And we cover the shipping as well.
Yes.
Who's on your logo? Just wondering. Our logo.
Oh, Miko. That's our main.
This logo, Miko.
Miko.
That is that's the girl on book number 1. So that's this girl. She's our character.
How much are the classes?
So, for the recorded curriculum, which is a 1 year long program, it has 7 different classes. They're all 12 to 14 weeks each. It's a big curriculum. It is $497. And then for the live classes, where you get to learn from us live on Saturdays and ask questions and turn in homework and get it critiqued and reviewed, that one is $600. And if you have already purchased one, you get a discount. Or I should say, if you've already purchased the recorded version, you get a $100 discount on the live classes.
Yep.
So you can actually find that all out on our profile, and or you can message us about it. Lot of students in here in the chat right now that already have them, so you can ask about it if you're more curious.
And I do talk about how to render leather in Anime Art School.
This is Dahlia's.
Yes, it's Dahlia's. I love it. This one's one of my favorites.
Dahlia, do you want us to pull off this protective
casing?
This little sheet, so we can see the
full color.
The full color. If you're here, Dahlia.
Would you draw fur on a coat the same way you would draw hair? Depends on the
That's fine.
material. I
Alright.
would be a bit cautious about that.
There's an unboxing. We'll just pull it off the front.
Wow.
Fox, I did want to let you know, if you have not pulled this protective sheet off yet, you should.
Or
Same with
if,
it.
unless it does, unless it came already peeled off.
No,
'cause
it's not. I
Okay.
haven't pulled any of them off, so it should
I remember we
absolutely.
had pulled one of them off, but
Maybe. Oh, you peeled it with So Fun? Okay, good.
okay.
So anybody who got those in the mail, make sure you peel the protective cover off, and then you'll be able to see it in its full glory.
Yes.
So yeah.
I
Happy
love
Lunar
this.
New Year. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Chinese New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year. So rendering leather. Another thing is, what's light and what's dark? Really try to analyze that. This part, dark, so I will shade this in dark. And rarely will you see everything being dark. There's always going to be one side that's dark and one side that's not as dark. It's like a medium. Right, this is my shadow. This will also be in my shadow. This, of course, depends on your light source. And with leather, they will also have a turning edge of some sort. So you'll see on the edges, there's going to be some darkness because that's kind of just how leather works. And automatically, you start to see it looks like leather. This part tends to happen. This part tends to go in shadow as well. And then as this fold goes up, it goes into the light, and then it goes back into darkness again. So you see this nice, like, kind of these nice shapes. Automatically, this looks like leather, doesn't it?
I was wondering, how do I go about joining the Discord? Vinegar, you can
Vinegar, leather.
actually DM us
Yes.
on TikTok, or you can go to our profile and find it there, the invite. But you can just DM us, ask for the invite, and I'll send it to you.
Wow, that looks pretty good. Huh. So what I did was I put a base tone, and then I added in my shadows in the way that where my reference was showing me, and automatically looks like leather because I understand how this main fold works and how it's reacting, and I put in the shadows in the right place as how leather would react. So yeah, the reference is this sleeve right here. So it's dark, light, dark, thin strip of light in the middle. Then as it goes up towards this fold, it gets a little bit lighter up here and then goes into darkness again. Think of it like a pattern. Dark, light, dark. Where is it going up? Where is it going down? And stuff like that.
Yeah, you can, anybody who wants, you can DM for the invite, or you can just go to our profile and
Yep.
go on there and get it.
I tend to like adding in these cores right by that edge right there. That's nice. Looks like leather. Jeans, leather. Jeans, leather, right? Can you draw leather just from imagination? You're gonna have to do a lot of studies from that. I'll tell you right now, if I am trying to drawing armor from imagination and I don't even know what armor looks like, it's hard, it's very difficult. So I would say, in order to draw anything from imagination, draw it 1,000,000 times. Draw it 1,000 times. So yeah. This is the sleeve. Just wanted to let you know. If I studied a lot of leather, I would be able to draw from from imagination, but it'd be quite difficult.
Using this same process a long time ago. Where the heck was that?
It's somewhere.
That
There
one,
it is.
was there a leather sleeve here?
There was.
Where was the
no,
leather
I know.
sleeve you did?
It was. Let me find it here.
Yep.
Right there.
So yeah, that would be a more finished version.
Yes.
You would just bring it to final. You can see she drew the seam lines. You can see she added the highlights and the cores and everything and added some color to it.
And I kept it very.
So if she were
organized.
to finish the one that she was just demoing, it would end up looking more like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But you have to start somewhere. Look, the thing about drawing is you have to learn a process and then use the process in order to trust the process. That sounds like a quote that Kritz would probably write down. So it's not going to look anything like the thing you're trying to draw in the very, very, very beginning. You have to add all of the components that you learned correctly in order for it to really accurately look like the thing you want to draw. So for leather, that thing that the sleeve that she drew a while back didn't look as much like leather as this. But the framework was set up correctly.
Yeah, I could definitely make it look more like leather, but I can't like do it in the snap of my fingers.
You can't
Super
stamp
fast.
it.
I can't stamp it. I wish I could. That would be wonderful. And silk is the same way. I would use the same process, but instead I would be like, okay, what's the folds like? How are the colors changing?
Silk and leather would actually be pretty similar.
They are kind of similar. Like if you look at it, they have a similar reflective material. This is silk, by the way, because I looked it up. And it's like you got that same ribbon or same like seam, light spot, same light spot, darks on the edges, little darker corners. So yeah.
All right, bye bye, Dingy. Although she's probably gone by now.
Bye.
Sneakily comes back. Hello, Tori.
Hey,
Hello,
Tori.
Cyber. Haru,
Cyber.
hello.
Maybe we'll color some skin.
They draw curly pigtails.
Curly pigtails.
That's fun.
That's fun.
You mean like Teto? Teto?
Like Teto.
Or Mami Tomoe?
You mean like corkscrew or
corkscrews?
drill type pigtails
Yes.
like this? Yes. Okay.
Well, she
Well, I just did one, but I'll break it down a little bit more. I prefer to think of it like a cone that's kind of twisted, like a little horn, right? It's like a horn. If you only do a very straight cone like this, it's not going to look as pretty. But really keep in mind that the top part's going to be wider, the bottom part's going to be thinner. So once I have this overall shape, then I'm going to wrap lines around. I'm going to divide this into multiple sections. And notice that when I'm dividing sections, I'm already wrapping the form lines around the cone or the cylinder. And once I'm happy with that, then I add in the underside. And I'm shading it just to show like this is where it is. There we go. And then if you want, you can add some little stray strands on the outside, or you can even add in some extra texture around the cylinder. This also is showing form and shows some nice hair texture as well. I think of cinnamon rolls when I draw these. Honestly, you're not wrong about that. I feel like cinnamon rolls are actually more like like cylinders though, but actually you're
like,
not wrong.
what if you took the cinnamon roll
Okay.
and you took the center of it and you pulled it out?
Yeah, now that's gonna look more like a... Wait a second, why do I feel like I've seen that before?
Probably because I do it every time I eat cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, that's true. So this is a very static looking twin drills because it's very even. It's completely symmetrical. This one looks more natural because it's asymmetrical and has this gesture.
What if it was like tighter curls?
Tighter curls? You would just push these closer together. So this is loose. You'll notice that it's not hanging on very much. But if you want it tighter, just put it closer together. That will look tighter. So looser, it's farther apart. Tighter, closer together. They look like croissants.
They would, when they get so tight that you wouldn't really see those gaps, you'd basically just see like the hair texture as well.
Yeah. You could also do it like this, where there's no gap. Looks like a carrot. It kind of does look like a carrot, doesn't it?
Carrots are yummy.
Carrots are yummy.
You know, my grandma's dog really likes carrots.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, Bentley. I think grandma was feeding him carrots the other night.
What if it were like tighter curls, like French hair?
You know, my mom's dog really liked kohlrabi.
Yeah.
We've never had kohlrabi.
I never had kohlrabi before. Has anyone ever had kohlrabi?
Kohlrabi is kind of like a vegetable version of an apple. I don't even know how to explain it.
How would you go in and soften that outline on the hair? It depends on how like fluffy you want it. For me, I tend to just go lighter. Rather than having a very harsh line that's very dark, I use wispier lines. I'm not like trying to do this. I'm trying to do like a more elegant version of that, which is I just press lighter. It's a root vegetable.
Kohlrabi.
So here's a hard edge, soft edge. Just press lighter.
Kohlrabi is a unique vegetable from the Brassica family,
Brassica.
closely related to cabbage, broccoli, and kale. It's a cultivar of wild cabbage with a distinctive bulbous shape that grows above ground. It really has this similar texture to like an apple, but it doesn't have the flavor.
It
tastes like a vegetable.
So notice that when I'm rendering hair like this, I'm thinking I'm rendering a cylinder. There's going to be a light, a shadow, and a turning edge.
It's like a cauliflower stalk. Yeah, we used to grow them in my parents' garden. here in Arizona.
Here in my garage. I don't know, for some reason I thought of that. Alright. I want to cover how to color skin and also simple coloring and shading.
Ducky, if you can't find the brush, I couldn't pick up a piece of paper. Take a screenshot of this, put it in your browser. The brush is on that webpage.
A mix of a turnip and a water
y'all better
chestnut.
screenshot this quick before I take it away. And then put that in your browser, and then the brush is on there.
Yep.
It's going to be a green button that says digital brush. And it is an ADR, so it will only work in things that accept Photoshop brushes such as Clip Studio, Procreate, Photoshop. Those are the ones we've confirmed it works in.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to do simple shading, first understand that there's a more complicated version of it. Simple shading includes light and dark. Where's your light? Where's your shadow? And if you don't know how to render a sphere, or if you don't know how to shade a sphere, it's going to be difficult to do it in simply.
Snaz, hello. Did you like the Linkin Park thing that I sent you? One thing, I don't know why. I don't know how to sing Linkin
Australian.
Park in an Australian accent.
So
That's hard.
yeah, that is hard.
Oh my gosh, look at all these people following. Mirana, Ash, Mamas, Berlin. Thank you for the follows. Anyways, you do your thing.
Okay, so here I'm running a sphere, and there's a few components to think about. Depending, what the heck did I just do? Flip vertically?
Oh, that's cool. We don't need to go to the settings anymore.
I don't like it. I always do it on the accent because when I don't want to do it. So, you have your core shadow. This is what you need to know in order to do simple shading. Because if you don't know how to do this, you basically are going in blind.
See, there it is. Dang, that cinnamon
Oh
roll
my
looks
gosh,
good.
that looks good. That's nice. So this is your core shadow.
Forgot about lemon cookies.
Okay, get some. Why is my pen not working? Here's my core shadow. This is your Terminator shadow, meaning this is where your shadow starts. Then you got your dark side or your shadow side, which is going to be in shadow. Oh my gosh, my pen is not working very well today. Oh my gosh, it's kind of annoying. Now here, this is your shadow and this is your shadow side. So you have to be really understand that this has to be really clear. Then this part is your lit side. Now for artists, a lot of people like to add a little bit of extra oomph to these forms and add a turning edge. This is basically like a little bit like an illusion where you add a bit of shadow on the edge just to add that bit of extra three-dimensional thing. Go ahead. I twisted it.
Nah, pen tip's good.
Yeah.
It's not wore down or anything.
Nope. And then this is your highlight. Ooh, what am I doing?
All right, Vinegar, have a good one.
Bye, Vinegar. This is your highlight, your specular. Now this will change depending on if you want it to be matte or if you want it to be glossier. The glossier it is, the sharper your specular is. The more matte it is, you won't have that much of a specular. So that's kind of like a range. And then here is a bit of your bounce light if the floor is bouncing off onto the bottom, and that's generally what will happen. Needs to be a little bit darker, huh? Yep, there we go. That is, see, I made my bounce light way too dark, so it didn't look as clear, but now Colton just,
You mean way too light?
yeah, I made it way too light. So Colton just darkened it, and now it's a lot clearer. If you have to know, you have to see where's the light, where's the shadow. And then when you can do that, then you can be able to do it simply. And this also works in color. Shading problems, color problems are shading problems.
Yeah.
So,
Color problems are always value problems.
yep.
There's no ugly color.
There is no ugly color. So now if I want to do this simply, I just think, okay, my light, I do 3 values instead. My light, my dark side, and my highlight, if needed. So if I were to just draw this as simplified version, I would just be like, okay, this is my lit, this is my light value, this is my dark value, no core shadow, just shadow side. And then if I want to, depending on the material, I add in that specular.
Do you have voice claims for your OCs?
Yes.
Snaz asked, what's a voice claim? If I were to make a guess, I would say a voice claim is probably who you would want to be the voice actor of your character.
Yep.
Or what
We
you
do.
think your character's voice would sound like.
We have that a lot for Miki and Tira and all them.
Pretty
So,
much.
yeah. I still have to find a good voice for Ray. Actually, you did find a good voice for Ray. What was it again?
I don't know. Inner
What's it
Mocha.
called? Inner Mocha, yeah. Yeah, that's the girl.
I don't know her
English
name.
dub version.
So, English dub version of Rosario Vampire, the lady who voices Inner Mocha, perfect Ray voice.
Yeah, I think so. I'm like really happy about it. But yeah,
Liz.
wow.
Liz, Aiden, What, Carl, Ray, Tay, Ta, I, Cheeseburger, thank you for the follows. Did you go to college for learning art? Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
You gonna buy it?
Yeah, Mike. So this carries on even in skin. Let me color it real quick.
Was I correct about voice claims?
Yes, I think you were correct about it. It sounded right. You know what? I'm gonna do it on this girl, because she cool.
What?
This girl. Color your skin.
Okay.
I'm gonna make her darker. So when I color skin, and I'm gonna do this on the bottom here, I think, okay, pale to dark. How pale is it? Is it this pale? Is it more a little bit warmer? Is it getting really dark, or is it getting darker, more yellowish tone, or is it getting darker and more orange in tone, more reddish? And then I'm like, okay, these are my 4 main skin tones that I'm kind of deciding on what to do. These, you can have as many kind of skin tones as you want. I'm going to choose this one right here. So these colors have inherent value, meaning if I turn this into black and white, this is the inherent value. That means this is a dark gray. So I have to keep this in mind. Whenever I'm drawing or coloring things, I'm thinking, what does this look like? So let me go back, turn to 50%.
Wait a second.
What? What?
Inner Mocha, the lady who voiced Inner Mocha also voice acted in The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
Ooh, Rose?
Probably in the English dub. Because we never watched the English
I need to
dub.
watch it. I love that anime. That anime was really good.
Yeah, I really like that one. Colleen Clickenbeard. That's an awesome last name.
Clickenbeard. So this is a bit too dark for my taste. So I'm going to, meaning I want to see all the features, so I'm going to choose a little bit of a lighter tone. It's still going to be dark, but this is like, you know, my personal choice. I always choose a base tone of my choice because that is what's going to help me with choosing my shadows and my lights.
Yep, Procreate.
Procreate. Ooh, look how pretty that looks. That's great. Okay. And maybe I'll give her, for the sake of this demo, I'll give her some like cool blue teal braids. Why not? That is fun. Because we gotta, you know, color the whole thing, right? If you want to color this simply, think light. This is my lit side. What's my shadows and what's my highlight? Or highlight tone. You know, maybe she, what color of eyes should she have? Notice that if I use pure white on this dark skin, it's going to look way too powerful. It doesn't look bad, but I would prefer to use a more of an off-white, so it doesn't, you know, get too out there. So that looks better for me. I think I'll give her some pink eyes. Why not? If I can even show that. Okay, good. It's showing. So when I'm thinking about skin, I'm thinking, where's my light? Where's my shadow? What's the light source? If my light source is up here, my shadows will cascade down in a different way. So here, I'm also going to choose a shadow. When I do shadow for dark skin, for example, I go a little bit more saturated, meaning I don't go into grays, although that could look really cool and it could work. I prefer to, and this does work, by the way, because it's values. It's black and white. So if this doesn't read by now, and it looks too like not very, it's too light, or it's the wrong one, it doesn't really look as good. But this color still works because the value is correct. So that's more like, color is a more subjective thing. So I'm gonna choose a warmer tone with the same value. That looks good, alright?
Sai, you're gonna have to go to YT to see the color while doing that. Because on TikTok, the sides are cropped.
Yeah,
So if you go over to our channel on YT and watch it, you'll be able to see the color wheel more.
Yes.
Let me see.
Yeah.
You can see the whole color wheel on YT.
Yeah. So I think, okay, based on this light source, it's cascading down from the upper right, our upper right. So that means there's going to be a shadow on the nose. There's going to be a shadow going this way on the neck. There's always going to be some shadow around the eye area because that is like coming out.
Brow ridge.
Brow ridge. But if you want to just color this very simply, this is what I would do. And then I add in my speculars or my highlights. So generally if I want her to have more like oily skin or have more like dewy skin, actually that sounds better. Not oily, dewy skin. I add a little highlight on the nose, a little bit on the cheeks.
And that color of the highlights, by the way, is since it's a specular highlight, that means it is a reflection of the light source. So the color would be pushed towards the color of the light. So
Yeah.
if it's a blue light, the color would be pushed towards blue. If it's an orange light, the color would be pushed towards orange,
Orange,
and
yep.
so forth.
Yep,
So since Christina's pushing the light,
more warmer.
well,
Well,
cooler,
it's cool. Yeah, that's
because
right.
the
It's cooler.
shadow's warmer than the light,
That's right.
so the light would be cooler. She's
Yeah.
making it a little bit less saturated and more gray,
That's right.
which pushes this cooler.
And then this is what I tend to do is I add blush because blush always makes things look really nice. And I always add them around the cheeks. But notice that I'm actually making the blush a little bit lighter this time just to make it look nicer. That's fine, but I think I could go a little bit darker. I'm still gonna put it pretty saturated, so it looks like that's more of a deeper shade of orange. Oh, come on, why is this not working now?
Tori,
There we go.
do you want to find like a video of a sample of that voice actor's voice and post it in, I don't know, maybe like Study Hall or some channel that is not going to get lost in immediately?
I need to
listen to it.
The voice actress.
I want to
will-
hear it again.
Yeah.
Can we see the comments in here? Yep.
Yep. All right, so
Colleen,
that's how I
yes.
would. Colleen, yeah. So, yeah, that's how I would color skin very simply, and I would do this for pale skin, medium skin, dark skin, whatever. It's the same process.
Same process.
Same process. But it's all because
shadow for that hair.
I know that. Yeah, shadow for that hair. Sure.
Someone asked about it.
Sure. So shadow for the hair, I'm going to use the same light source. For the shadow for this hair,
Meow.
my personal, so I'm gonna do this because you guys can't see the color wheel. This is my base tone or my base color. If I chose a color that, and by just dragging the color down towards gray, the value is correct, but it doesn't look as interesting. So because if I color this right here, it works. It's just kind of gray, kind of desaturates it. So instead, I would go down in value, but maybe change the saturation a little bit and change the pigment of the blue. So I went for more of a warmer blue this time.
Hello, Mia.
And so I would treat this as the back of the hair right here. There's always going to be shadow here because the light is being blocked. So that's a general rule of thumb. This part. Yep, like that.
I'm just seeing if it's see-through.
Oh, okay.
Part of the ooh, that's very see-through.
Oh, it's because there's a lot of green in there.
Dahlia. Oh no,
Oh,
your
no.
watercolor's ruined.
Oh no.
The ants ate it. No, I'm kidding.
Don't.
That means you get another one.
Yep, that means you get another one. So let me see here.
Hello, I've seen a bit of your tutorials and they help and the art is beautiful.
Oh, thank
Is
you.
this live stream somewhat?
Huh?
I don't know, I read the comment.
So here, my rule of thumb is I'm not going to be worried about the texture. I'm just going to be worried where my shadows being placed. The shadows will usually be placed around the back of the head, back of the hair right here, and in this part because the hair is going into the scalp. So that means the light's not going to be hitting it as much. So that's going to immediately create some nice depth. Then I add in my highlights simply, and I add it up here. But because you already established a texture for this hair in line work, you don't really need to do that much work. Just as it's
Saturn? I'm not actually sure what you're talking about. What picture? What stream?
In stream chat.
There is no stream chat.
You mean like in our Discord? Down there? Down. That? Stream chat?
Oh, this.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, that was the, well, that's pretty.
That is pretty.
That's very pretty at the end.
Well, if I were to do that, all I would really need to do is just make these ends looser.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add
Turn
on
them
top,
into
turn them into like,
coils, like
yeah,
spirals.
yeah. So if I were to do that and just paint right on top, because I like doing that. So the picture that she sent.
Somewhere else streaming. Yeah, we're on TikTok as well. There's 122 people watching there.
So this is the hair that she was talking about, and it's basically the same thing. You would start with this, but you would make the ends looser. So all I would do here is just make the ends like more frazzled and not tied to braids. And if you want to make it prettier, oh my gosh, my pen is not working at all.
Bruh, welcome
It's
to my
so
world with that
annoying.
pen. I don't know why it happens. You know what's also weird? It
Huh?
works all day for you, and then I use it, and it breaks.
I
And then it
know.
goes back to you, and it works again.
I know, but now it's breaking.
Yeah.
So here, you can see that this is all very tight and neat, and then this starts unraveling
Coiled.
coils. And I use a lot of S shapes.
So how would you shade that exactly?
If I were to shade this,
You'd basically just take that darker value that you use
yep,
and kind of just imply.
like
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, maybe this side goes in, this side goes out, this side goes in, this side goes out. But another thing that I'm doing is I'm already adding value to this, and I'll explain in a little bit, but first I'm going to add some shadows. You'll notice that these lines in the back is lighter, and these lines in the front is darker. If you see lines that are very dense all around, you can't really tell the depth. So instead, if I want one strand to go behind this strand, I would just make it lighter, and that automatically creates depth, right? Front to the back.
Ooh.
So that's a really simple way to just add some value without having to shade everything.
You want to know something?
What? What? You're giggling at
That
something.
Colleen Quickenbeard,
Uh-huh.
she also voiced the English dub of Luffy.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm just picturing Ray having the Luffy voice, like voicing English dub Luffy.
Oh my gosh, what? I
It is 100% her.
Let me hear it. I want to hear it. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
But listen to the Luffy one at
Okay,
the
I'll listen
beginning.
to the Luffy. Oh no, that's funny.
She would have that voice when she's like
Little.
mocking somebody else.
That would
That's
actually-
her chat
That
voice.
is her chat. That's really funny.
When she's quoting chat and trying to sound like them.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. Guys, if you don't know who we're talking about my character, Ray. She's a baddie.
Crizex. Yes, we do have a Discord server. You can direct message us and ask for the invite, or you can just go to our profile and hit the link on there, and if you scroll down, you'll find the invite as well.
So we're saying that Colleen girl is our voice claim for this girl. This is my OC. Her name's Ray.
Yeah.
And then we just realized that same lady voices Luffy from One Piece with that voice, and I'm like, oh my gosh, imagining her with that voice is really funny.
What chat is the voice acting in? Oh, you don't have access to that chat, Snaz. That's
Oh.
above your pay level.
So yeah, that's how we color skin. So I'm gonna do that. Let's check this off. Do you guys have a? Oh, okay, yeah. No worries. You're not bugging at all.
If you, it's no, she'll post it in a off topic. If you guys ever start streaming, and you're really worried about being offended by chat saying something mean, just hear all of their messages in a funny voice, and it all of a sudden makes it not bad at all.
All right, Colton, do you want to take over?
For what?
There's extreme foreshortening and people in perspective, low and high angle. Do you feel like going through it?
I can cover. Whoa!
What?
Actually, just spit on the desk.
Ew.
I can cover some if you want.
Sure. We're gonna switch
Foreshortening.
seats. Switching seats.
Do I have a room
Yes, you do.
on this canvas?
Yeah, you just make a new page if you want. Well, you draw pretty small anyways.
Yeah. That's because I. How do I crop?
Go here. And go to crop and resize.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Colton, please do foreshortening in boxes.
So, foreshortening is based on something that most people have never heard of, which is the camera lens. The lens that the drawing is in, all right? So what I mean by that is if I draw two boxes, one each in different camera lenses, I'll draw a box in a relatively normal, longer lens. And if I draw that same box in a much wider lens, it's going to look more like this.
Thank you for sharing live, Pen Girl.
Why is this busted today?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's like acting up. It's like, you haven't used me at all today.
All right. So if I were to, I'll draw that second one better. It kind of looks weird. I'll just redraw this one. So, draw that. And then, see, it's like skipping out on me.
Weird.
What's the deal with this? Why are there... Here. Nothing's in there. It's not like we ever take this off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's hope it continues working.
Yeah.
My Apple Pencil has been doing the same
Man.
thing to me. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, TikTok forces us to
Make this
play a game of chess, I'll just say, in order to continue streaming.
It does not need a new tip. We have not used it that
Right,
much.
there's that. No, this tip is not worn down at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty new. So basically, the rate of foreshortening, right? And foreshortening means if I've got a cylinder and the foreshortening looks like this, or if I have a cylinder and the foreshortening looks like this, that's the difference between camera lenses. All right. So these lines right here being very parallel, and these lines right here going back to a vanishing point, those would be in different camera lenses. All right. So again, you'll notice that the degree of the ellipse right here is pretty much the same. This cylinder on the left is a lot longer than the cylinder on the right. In fact, you would probably have this cylinder like all the way out here.
You might need to move that over.
Like all the way out there. So the difficulty that people have when doing foreshortening is they're not even aware of that there's a difference in camera lenses. So that is based on, I'm just gonna have to break this down a little bit more. So the reason foreshortening is so hard is because it's a little bit more technical. All right. So if you're standing and here's you, right? That's a Bigfoot. If you're here, right? The world is around you, right? This sphere represents the world around you. All right? If you really want to get better at drawing and you want to be a pro in the future, try to pay attention to this. Mm-hmm. It may be your screen. I had that happen to me sometimes. Brand new tips on my pencil, it still does it. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
Naps
all right?
asks a question. If I draw the skeleton and it isn't an exact copy of the reference, do I need to redraw it?
No,
No?
not necessarily. Nah, just do more.
Just do more.
Don't sweat it too much.
Yeah.
All right. So this is going to be a little bit more technical.
Are your brain cells ready for this?
So this is the three-dimensional world, all right? This is an XYZ axis around you. So you've got forward, backwards, left, right, up, and down inside of this circle, all right? And so
Caddy, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow.
we've got this. This is forwards and backwards. That's a slice. This is left and right and up and down. This is a slice. And this is gonna go around here.
We got some gifts. We forgot to mention it. Do you want me to call them out?
Sure, if you want to.
Thank you, Jolly Rancher for the heart me. Thank you, Lyra Hoffman for the rose, and thank you, Madeline for the heart me and the rose as well.
Mm-hmm. So, pay attention, chat. Pay attention. Actually, you don't have to pay attention. I don't really care. Okay, so this represents the world around you, right? Everything around you is represented by this sphere, all right? If you're looking and I'm this dude right here and this is what I see in front of me and there is a box, I'm like
move that.
looking at the front of that box like this, if I could see through it, right? And here's the horizon line, right? That box is, let's just say, this box right here. And you are looking towards that box. So when you look out of your eyeballs, you have a thing called a cone of vision, right? That is how wide you see out. That is represented by a cone. It is literally a cone, right? It's a circular, and it starts at your eyes and it comes out in a round way. This is referred to as the cone of vision, right? The normal cone of vision, I think, is like 60 degrees or something. And what I mean by that is, if this is a 90-degree angle and this is a side view of the cone a lot of the time will be like 60 degrees. So 60.
I didn't know that before.
This is 90. So if you ever hear someone talk about field of view or cone of vision, this is what they're talking about. It means how much are you seeing, right? Are you seeing a lot, right? So this would go to the edge of this sphere, and it continues to go out further and further. And if you look up, the cone moves up, and if you look down, the cone moves down, left, right, so forth.
It's like a spotlight.
It's like a spotlight, yeah. So you got the y-axis up here. You got the left and right, which is like the x-axis, right, coming over here. And you have the z-axis, which is front and back, depending on what like modeling software you model in. It could be different. Z-axis over there. Up, down, left, right, front, back. And then there's you, and you're looking, and you see a specific width, wide or narrow. The cone of vision determines how fast things look smaller as they get further away, right? If there's somebody in the distance, they're gonna look like this. If there's somebody closer, they're gonna look like this. If there's somebody really far away, they're gonna be really far away in the distance, right? They're standing way down there. All right. So here's the crazy thing. This is a vanishing point. This is a vanishing point. Up is a vanishing point. Down is a vanishing point. And front is a vanishing point. How many is that? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 vanishing points. 5-point perspective. Also known as curvilinear perspective. That means if you have 5 vanishing points, you're looking up, down, left, right, and forwards all at the same time. Now, in order to do that, your cone of vision has to be so wide, you're literally the entire front of this circle. You're seeing everything up, down, left, right, and forwards. What does a grid like that look like if you're seeing up, down, left, right, and forwards at the same time? It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're seeing up, left, right, down, and forwards at the same time. And this grid looks like this. It's a curved grid. Like a fisheye lens. Right here, right here, right there, right there, right there. And then you got these vanishing point lines, or these lines coming off of it, like that. What does a box look like? A box looks like this. And it connects to this vanishing point, like that.
Wow.
And if you have a box up here, it will look like this.
We got a few follows. Bush Dog, thank you for the follow. Crizzy, thanks for the follow. Or wait, we thank you for sharing. And Felix, thank you for the follow.
So, that is what happens if you see everything around you at once. These vanishing points on the sides right here, you get to both of them, right? So if you start zooming in, and let's just say your entire picture, your entire cone of vision is only here, you would see a box and it would look like
It looks straighter.
this, right? It's down below you to the right.
And you zoomed in.
Yeah. So what the really difference is, you're just either looking at a wider area, I'm seeing up, down, left, and right at the same time, or I'm looking at a lesser area, or I'm looking through a telescope and I'm looking really, really far away, which would probably look something like, you know, the cone of vision would be like this. It'd be really, really small. These vanishing points, up, down, left, right, and forwards, they're still there, but because I'm seeing a less area, they feel like they're further away. They're further outside of the picture, right? So that has to do with foreshortening. If your vanishing points are right here and right here, and you draw a 2-point perspective box,
Zoom out a little bit. There we go.
I'm gonna draw this out and draw down. This is my box.
Bye, Samuel.
All right, that's my box. If my vanishing points, these are going to be in the same spot, but I'm going to look closer, right? So you'll see that this is my foreshortening, these going back into the distance. If, let's say, my vanishing points are the same distance away, right? And then let's just say, here's my photograph. This is my drawing. And there's, say, a building, like that. What if I zoom in? I'm looking more through a telescope, so I'm right here instead. Actually, let's just do this.
Hi, this is Coil says my brain just gained a wrinkle.
Okay,
I love it.
same vanishing points, but I'm looking at a smaller area, which means that, you know, I'm going to use a little bit smaller brush.
Snas says, how in the hell do you remember all this?
I've been doing it for 10 years. You remember it when you make money off of it, because if you forget, you're homeless. Okay.
Awesome.
There's another box. Right? So you can see that this vanishing point over here, VP1, VP1, VP2, VP2. I should probably move this away just so it doesn't get I need to move that. Actually, I'll do this so it doesn't get confused with that thing over there. All right. You can see that I'm looking at a smaller area, so the vanishing point, proportionally to this box, is further away, which means that these sides come together at a slower rate, meaning these points, these lines converge at a lesser rate than, say, something like this. They converge quicker, right? This one is right here. This one is quite a bit further, like over here, right? That is one of the most important things to foreshortening. And again, everybody wants to be able to draw people in perspective with foreshortening, and it looks awesome. This is the number one most important part to being able to do that correctly. And it's the part that sucks. It's not fun to learn, right? You want to be like, oh man, I want to draw a person punching someone else who's really close to the camera, like, yeah, like that, and the fist is big and it looks cool, but yet they can't even draw a rectangle that is correct. Like a single rectangle done correctly, and they don't know how to do it. So you need to practice this stuff in order to be able to do it well. So now going all the way back over here, just remember, everything you're looking at, everything you draw, you're looking at it from somewhere. It's like a photograph. Is the thing far away from you, or is the thing close to you? There's really two things to think about. How far away is the thing from me that I'm drawing, and how wide of an area am I looking at? That's it. That's all you have to really think about. And then, of course, which angle am I looking at the thing? So we'll just make it those three things, all right? How far, why does this not work? Far
Hi, Jeannie.
away is the thing to how wide can I see?
I love your handwriting.
And number 3, what angle am I looking at it from? There we go.
Cassie says, this is so helpful. I haven't seen anyone else break it down like this.
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. There's a couple people who break it down similarly to this. They are very high level artists. I'm not as high level as they are, but I do understand the same content. I just don't have as much experience as they do. I find most times you learn perspective, it's taught in an incredibly confusing way. These are the 3 questions that go through my head every time I want to draw anything. How far am I from it? How wide am I seeing? And what angle am I looking at it from? So if I want to draw a person that I'm looking up at, I'll go, maybe I'm relatively close to them. I'm seeing pretty wide, and I'm looking at them from below looking up. So I'm gonna start with an arrow, and I'm looking up at it, so I'm just gonna draw an arrow pointing up. All right? If I'm looking up at something, I'm gonna draw an arrow pointing up. And then I'm just gonna turn it into a box. Come on, work. There is a box that I'm now looking up at. All right? This is their torso. And then, what are their hips doing? So let's just say, maybe the hips are like turned a little bit, and it's tilted forward, like that. I'm looking up at them, but I'm looking straight across. So my horizon line is probably gonna be somewhere around here, because everything above it, I'm looking up at. Now this box is tilted back, but I am obviously looking up at it. And this, I'm looking down at. I can't see the bottom of this box, and it's also tilted forward. Now,
Snap says, Colton, try to turn the pencil Bluetooth on and off again.
can you even do that?
You could probably go to the Bluetooth settings that say turn off and then reconnect it or something.
Now this is about proportion. There's the torso. I've basically built out the torso of the person. And so, you know, above here, you're gonna have the head, and maybe they're looking like up there over my shoulder. So maybe their head can be like this. And their ear. They're kind of like that. So they're like looking up over my shoulder to the left. Again, I'm asking myself these 3 questions in my mind. I've already got this question answered because I'm drawing the body. I've already got this question answered. So now all I have to do is answer question number 3, which is like, what angle am I looking at it from, right? What direction is the box facing? So there's that. Shoulder, shoulder, leg, right? This leg, it's going down. Is it coming towards me, or is it going away from me? These are big decisions that you have to make. So let's just say that one goes down and is going away from me, and this one is coming towards me, you know, sartorius. I'm not gonna do like an anatomy lesson right now, but
Very nice looking.
basically like that. Now I could do this, and I could have this coming towards me a lot,
Foreshortening.
you know, like an arm maybe like that that's coming way towards me. You know, I'd probably have to figure out the vanishing point of that and keep it very consistent. You know, just stick it in, see if it works. I'm not really a huge fan of it because the pose wasn't really designed for that to happen, I don't think.
Hey, Masu.
We could go, let's do like, what pose should I have to do? Maybe like,
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's cute. I like
maybe
it.
something like that. All right, so obviously this is going to be going up and going away. This is obviously going to be going back in space. So I'm just trying to draw in these cylinders in simply. pretty easy to change, right? Maybe this one's coming towards me. Maybe this one's kind of also coming towards me and going out. I break down the body like this, but essentially I'm just asking these 3 questions. So if you want to screenshot that, that's how I think about perspective most of the time. Now again, if I want to look down at a box, I'm going to draw an arrow pointing down, right? And what I like to do is I like to keep these 2 lines, the second and the third line, about 90 degrees, right? So 90-degree angle at a right angle. And then my other line can come out of it at pretty much any angle I want. It could come out at this angle. See, I'll draw a couple of these. 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. All right? Third line can be there. I'll just do this one really steep. Third line can be there. Third line can be there. Third line can be there. Doesn't matter. Why? Because I could turn this into a box regardless. Those 2 angles, those first 2 angles.
Sai, I would recommend, if you are struggling with different poses, to break it down like how Colton broke down the body just earlier.
This is going to be a little bit behind that. See? Box works at any of those. And that's why you have to draw thousands of boxes, is because this kind of has to become like speaking. It's so you're so comfortable at that it's just like talking. Because like no matter what angle I want to draw a box at, I can draw that box at that angle. Like I'll go, okay, maybe I'm looking over at the box like this, and then maybe this one's tilted down and more towards me like that, and it's going away from me.
Yep, just like that.
Like that, right? And maybe this is the stomach, and that's the back, you know, and then, I don't know, the head can be like, we'll draw the chin like this.
We got some follows. Just a random Maddie. We got another Maddie.
Awesome.
Thank you for the follow. No, thank you for the follow. Kaden, thank you for the follow. And Batata, thank you for the follow.
Belly
Hey,
button.
Pomperin. Hey, Vi. Never underestimate the box. Practice makes more sense. Definitely. GC.
Yeah. You know, this can be like this.
Ooh.
You could draw the arm, I don't know, however you want.
Like, maybe like that?
Like this. Yeah, you could do shoulder. You know, you could do something like that if you want. But like, you can see that how I can essentially draw the body at any angle I want, and I don't really have to think about horizon line, vanishing point, vanishing point. Oh crap, how do I draw the body? Like this stuff is still relevant, but as soon as you're starting to get into these difficult angles like this, they're twisting all over the place. And this is not intuitive for drawing things at different angles, but this is. So what you want to be able to do is connect in your brain this stuff with the ability to draw a box at any angle to start, right? Draw a box at that angle. You can rotate it a bit, you know, pull it down like this. You can rotate it over more like this, like that, right? But I'm not really thinking about this stuff that much. I could, if I wanted to, because I could bring this back to a vanishing point back there. I could bring this back to a vanishing point back there. And look, I just drew a box in a tilted horizon line. And it would be difficult to plan this starting with the horizon line. Like if I wanted to draw a box at an exact angle, and I'm like, I'm gonna start with a tilted horizon, and I'm gonna see most of the side, but not as much of the front, then I'm gonna do this.
Let you move that over a little
and that, and I'm gonna pull it back to here. Pros don't really work like this.
Yeah, they don't.
They know it and they can use it, but they don't really work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow. That was, and what if it's not even the angle I really wanted? I want to start with the angle.
You would have wasted so much time.
And I'll start here, like this. and then I'll reverse engineer it if I need to fix the box and find the vanishing points and fix it. So again, you need to know both, right? I'm not discounting this stuff. It's important. But this does not make drawing this intuitive. It's difficult. So that's how I treat it. That's how a lot of pros treat it. You don't have to treat it that way if you don't want to. But I'm telling you right now, really, really, really high level artists, they simply get good at form drawing without
The whole perspective lines and
yeah,
stuff.
without the whole perspective lines and stuff. Like if you want to draw a speed form, they just get good at that kind of thing. And their drawings are actually quite accurate. And then if they need to be more accurate, they can fix them.
What app do you use? Procreate. We have a few follows that I will call
Like
out.
that sort of thing.
We got Oreo. Thank you for the follow. Wait. I don't know how to pronounce that. Villipu? I don't know. Sorry. Thank you for the follow. Jaden, thank you for the follow. Liz Young, thank you for the follow. And there's one with emojis on it. Thank you for the follow. And Vixie, thank you for the follow.
Yeah. So a lot of the time, if you take like an industrial design class, if you learn like product design and stuff, a lot of the time students will just draw boxes over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like they'll do the, you know, the vanishing points and the all of this and the horizon line, and then they'll start moving to this, and they'll just draw boxes at all different angles over and over and over and over and over until they're like very good at it.
Would you recommend drawing random shapes in a voluminizing way? Do you mean like turning them into
You mean like
forms?
like this?
And then you add form on?
Yeah, and then you add form lines to it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can do that.
Now practice until it looks so clean like yours, basically. Thank you, Pikachu, for the follow.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep. That's a great exercise.
This is a wonderful exercise. People do this with heads and faces and stuff. They just take all different kinds of random shapes and turn them into heads and faces. Generally, they're going to find the center line as well.
Dixon says, I imagine this is very important for drawing machinery and vehicles like this.
Yeah, it's important for drawing literally anything.
Yeah.
Machinery and vehicles for sure. Drawing humans, absolutely the same thing, right? This would just be turned into whatever. Like Christina was drawing this recently, and this is the exact same thing. So she's doing the same thing that I was, right? Is this on the right layer? Yeah. So Christina's torso is just, right? That she drew. Come on, get bigger. There we go.
Jeannie says, question, I'm planning on taking your courses, thank you. But quick question, do you have more perspective lessons?
I have a lot of perspective lessons in that class.
That class, the Anime Art School, is basically just a bunch of perspective lessons.
There's the box. And then the hip is like rotated down. It's tilted a little bit further away. So it's going to be like, I'd start with like one line, right? So maybe like this.
Hi AK and hi Hana. I wish I can do this. My mind keeps on saying fix this, fix that until I lose motivation. Yeah, that definitely happens a lot. What we do is we just block that all out the best you can. Just be like, no, I'm just gonna keep on going. And just, if you keep saying fix this, fix that, it's a perfectionist mindset. So try to get out of that perfectionist mindset. It's difficult to say. It's difficult to do, easy to say.
It's the same thing, see? I'm
Yeah.
kind of drawing the same perspective that she did, except Christina's just turned it into a body, right? So, you know, rib cage.
Is this for beginners that don't really have a lot of knowledge and skill in drawing? Yes.
Yeah, this is what builds knowledge and skill in drawing a lot of the time. So, like, this is not a bad exercise. I'm not telling, all right? This is official on the record. I am not telling you that this stuff is not important. I am not recommending you skip it. I am recommending this in addition to 1 point, 2 point, 3 point perspective exercises like this. This is an additional exercise that is usually left out. All right? So anybody who says, oh, that stuff, but this is really important, that's super important, it is important. All right?
He's not saying it's not important.
Not saying it's not. I'm saying if you add this to your plate of practice, it will help you a lot. A lot.
Thank you, Cameron Morton, for the follow.
Yeah, I teach this extensively in my perspective course in our anime art school. And I also teach 1.2.3. I go through all the exercises live in real time and everything. It's a complete perspective class, and we go all the way into actually drawing from the very first box all the way to stuff like this in the perspective class. So we take you through every single thing live. Where can I get your courses? You can find them on the link in our bio.
Where can I get your courses? In here.
You can find them here as well. If you want to screenshot that, it's going to be the perspective class in Anime Art School Complete Edition. So the live classes, we're going to cover perspective and stuff too. But the recorded classes, the whole perspective classes is very large.
Everything. It's very large. Snaz says, Colton, I've never drawn a box. Should I?
What?
Snaz says, I've never drawn a box. Should I?
It depends. I mean, again, this is only advice for people who want to get better at like drawing things in 3D and characters and stuff like that. All
Shadow
right.
Fox says, question, how much is your school? I want to let my mom know because I'm liking how you both teach. Thank you.
Yeah, the school, the complete edition is $497.
Oh, bye, Dahlia.
Yeah.
Do they really have a course?
Yeah. Where's my iPad at? Do you have?
I don't
know
have
where
it.
Is it on? Oh, it's in the bedroom. I'll grab it real quick.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, I'll probably just sit over here and continue drawing a bit. Whoa, thank you, Schizophrenic Panda. I like that. For $497 US.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
Do I know what I'm talking about? Do I know, right? Am I crazy? Am I a terrible artist who's giving bad advice? I want you to decide for yourself. This is what some of my professional artwork looks like. This is what I do for a living, by the way. I did this for almost 10 years at this point. So this I made when I was a student in 2016. This is some stuff I did for fun. Christine and I collaborated on this. Right? I teach this stuff. I've taught it for years. Again, if you think it sounds good and you want to try it, try it. Not the class, but like what I'm talking about, right? You know, so this is what my work looks like.
We got Schizophrenic Pan asks, are y'all on Udemy? And thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have classes that we published on Udemy a long time ago. I'm an environment artist. I do backgrounds. I've worked professionally as a background artist for a really, really long time and have worked on some big games like PUBG, Call of Duty. I worked on Guild Wars. I did theme park jobs professionally where I designed areas for theme parks and stuff.
How long are the classes?
How long are the classes? Generally, they're each between 15 and 20 hours long. I don't remember. You'll be able to find out exactly how long they are on the page itself, where you can find out about them.
Okay, Schizophrenic Panda. Thank you. Yeah, he is the next level, I think.
So I'm not even. The funny thing is I'm not professionally speaking. I'm not even like high level. There's people who are way better. Here's other stuff. This is stuff that I do for fun. This is from imagination. I teach rendering and perspective. This is actually, funny enough, this is the actual drawing from the second final in the class on perspective that I'm talking about. So Christina did these people and I did the entire environment. So
You can tell who did what. Although Colton, you did the base of the people, and I just drew on top of it.
yeah, so we do all this stuff live in the classes.
How can I enroll?
I also teach these. How can you enroll? You can go here, and you don't have to. We go live 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, to teach for free, but we do not cover anywhere near the depth that's in our school. So don't worry about it if you can't enroll. If you can, you'll just have all the information at a much deeper level in an organized way, accessible at any time.
Thank you, Solar Vexus for the follow. Thank you, Treasure and Shadows for the follow as well.
So, if you want to enroll, you'd basically go to that link that I just showed, or on our profile, right here, and you go to this. The red one is our live classes that are coming up in February. February 8th. The gold one or the yellow one is the one that I'm talking about with the 7 different classes. And if you hit that, you'll be able to read all about it. There's a lot of stuff. There's videos talking about it. You
All the
can
curriculum's in
see
there.
before and after testimonials of students. You can see us. You can see exactly what everything covers, every single class, right?
Heads and faces.
That's one of the 7 classes.
Hi, Nami.
So-
The live one, what's the live one about?
The live one. So it's 10 weeks. We meet on Saturdays.
Live.
And we'll be doing 2 hours of lessons, and then we'll be covering student work that's submitted. So it'll probably last 3 or 4 hours every Saturday. There's a special Discord server that we will invite you to. There's already 5 students signed up, and we'll be going live every single Saturday to teach, answer questions. It's going to be on Zoom. Can anyone get to that level with ease? I wouldn't say with ease, but I think anybody can get to the level.
We also got another question. Cyber says, would you like me to try to voice act Ray or Miki or something? I'll do a line for free. If you want to try it, go ahead. You can
Send us your
voice
acting portfolio.
Yep.
Yeah, this is all stuff from my class as well.
With time and effort.
How long would you say it'll realistically take to get good at drawing? That's a difficult question because good is subjective. It depends on what you mean by good. If you want to get to the professional level where you can support yourself as, say, a concept artist, usually from 0, it'll take about 6,000 hours of practice. Non-professional, it's very difficult to say because it's such a subjective thing. You may be 100 hours away from your desired level. I don't know. It's impossible to say.
I don't know, like what artists do you like looking at? What kind of level do you want to get there? Most of the time, if you want to get to a professional level, it's just gonna take years.
Yeah, but they said non-professional.
Yeah,
so
I know.
It really just depends.
It really
and
depends.
People are different. They learn at different rates. They dedicate different amounts of hours. It's so difficult to answer.
Yeah. Oh, Stardust says, I get to buy the classes in a weekish.
Oh, awesome.
Nice, Stardust.
So yeah, all this kind of stuff I cover in my class.
Yep.
These are actual lessons from the class. I teach you how to break down things into simple shapes and volumes, and then that's also actually no, that's not in the class. This
is also in the class.
And I teach you how to turn it into an organic form. So this is in the class. There's a lot of good stuff. I love it.
I love that class. It's great.
Yes, and I also do anime styled stuff too. So stuff like this, backgrounds, characters, all that sort of thing.
Bye. Thank you for the follow. Cutica says, are the Chibi classes live or pre-made? I'm about to buy it.
The Chibi class is pre-made.
Pre-made.
It's about 19 hours or something long. I don't remember exactly.
About 18 hours.
But yeah, I love this face, by the way. This is an exercise that people do with form language. Is they make a funny shape and then they turn it into a face. People do hundreds of these for practice.
I eat children. Hello.
Would you say it's true that skill improvement comes in bursts as you learn, kind of like a level up? I really have noticed that's true in most cases. Sometimes something just clicks and all of a sudden you just notice you're better. Like you get something and then your drawings are better.
Book still says, I honestly am so happy I came across you guys because I was really struggling with digital art, so I will try and enroll.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Does practice make perfect? I think practice makes better.
Yep. Practice makes better.
Or practice makes good enough.
Yep.
It depends.
I like seeing this
I think since art is such a subjective thing, I don't think there's such a thing as perfect.
I like this one.
Nothing I make is anywhere near perfect.
Yeah. How are you two? We are great. We're doing great. Sushi, thank you for follow. Practice makes progress. Yes.
Practice does make progress.
For those who don't know, there is payment plans. Yes, there is.
Sorry, I forgot to answer that. Yes, there is payment plans that are available. However, the payment plan does not come with the watercolor and books. So I have to say, we are running a special promotion. If you do get the live classes or the Anime Art School Complete Edition, we're gonna sign and mail both of our books to you for free, book one and book 2. And we'll also do a live watercolor on stream of your character and mail that to you as well. This is Dahlia's.
Yep, that's Dahlia's.
She lives in the same city, so we're gonna give this one to her in person. But yeah, so
And we will do it.
yeah, but that's not effective for the payment plan until
It's
the
all
payment
done.
plan is finished, which is in like 3 months. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Good night. Another thing is
you're
if
enrolling
you-
in the February class. Awesome.
Awesome.
When you do it, you'll get a. Oh, you actually have book 2. That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
when you do enroll, you're gonna get an email that will give you a link to the Discord server.
Another
Let's
thing
go now.
is
Clear
if you,
sky.
if
What?
you get both Anime Art School and the live, you can get 2 drawings. if you
Yes.
want.
If you get both, you get 2 drawings.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Shadow Fox.
Also, if you do have Anime Art School already and you want to get the live, let us know so we can give you a coupon because there is a discount.
Sorry to ask again, but is my Samsung S9 Ultra good for drawing, or would I need to buy a different one? I've never used a Samsung. Can anybody else in chat answer that?
As long as you can draw on it and it has pen pressure, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I would say as long as it has the ability to have pen pressure, like I press light and I press hard, and you can do that, you should be pretty good. But
Yeah.
you'd have to look it up personally. It does? Okay, then that's good. Someone on YT says Samsung tablets are great for art.
Nice. So we got the okay on that.
Loveless, one of our moderators says I have a Samsung S9 and it's great. And she has the school and she's been going through it. So
Yes. Loveless.
seems like it works for her. I only have used iPads and like PC, like Wacom.
Hello.
But yeah. If I have questions about the school, can I ask in Discord? Yeah,
Yes.
there's a channel specifically for it that you can ask in.
Hi, Hun. Hi, Hun. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Hello. Shadow Fox says, I'm slowly starting to come out of perfection in art and enjoy sketching. That is messy and not good, but I'm okay with
That's
it.
really good.
That's progress right there, too.
Yeah.
Good, healthy relationship with art is going to help you with progress much more than trying to be super disciplined and, you know.
I'm using one right now. S Pens have Wacom technology. That's great. Then that's
Oh,
perfect.
that's cool.
That's
Awesome.
perfect then. Yeah, Genie Marble or Jenny Marble.
I thought it was Genie.
Which one is it, Genie or Jenny? But yeah. If you have any questions, you can even DM me. My DMs are open. Christina's are open.
Yeah. Guys, we reached 25,
Oh my gosh.
26K likes.
26,000 likes. You know what that means?
You know what that means?
Head pats for chat. So every 25,000 likes on TikTok, baby chat, which is you guys, get head pats.
Where's the Discord?
Yes, where's the Discord? You can DM us on TikTok,
Asking for it?
or you can go to the link on our profile. So I might have to send out that Discord invite to people. Nope, we don't have any requests right now. So if you send a DM, we'll send it the invite to you. So baby chat, congratulations on your 25,000 likes on the stream. We will now administer head pats. Christina, do you have anything to say?
Great work.
Great work.
Great work. And we really appreciate you
Yes.
liking so much and all that stuff.
Great job,
Danny
chat.
Draws.
Danny Draws got here.
Draws.
Well, I think Danny Draws have been here.
I know, but I didn't see it, so I never said hi. Hello.
There you go. Good work. Yippee.
What is a good order to start drawing a body? Because sometimes it seems overwhelming and I don't know where to start.
Start simple.
Start simple.
Start simple with the structure. There's really good if you take a figure drawing class, they'll generally break it down into 3 stages.
Yep. By the way, someone asked if we were married, and yes, we are
Yes,
married.
we are married. I don't have my ring on though.
I don't have my ring on either.
So, one is what is it called? Setting it up.
Setting it up.
Setting it up. Whoa. Wow, that's really bad right now.
Oh my gosh.
It. Up. 2 is filling
It in.
it in. And 3 is making it look good. That's generally the process of doing figure drawing that most people use. If you take a professional figure drawing class, this is usually will do something like this: setting it up, proportion and gesture, and simple volumes. So proportion, I'll just list it out, right?
And And we teach this in our anime art school as well. I teach this a ton in our figure drawing class. And that's realistic as well.
Gesture. So proportion is the ratios between things. Gesture is the overall flow of and action of the figure.
Energy.
And then volumes is the direction that limbs in the body and stuff is going. It's not in this order, it's just usually proportion would be first, but these can all be done at the same time. Filling it in would be like anatomy,
basic forms, I guess. Well,
forms, like better, I said volumes,
Oh, okay.
forms, specific forms.
Specific muscle forms.
Yeah, and then making it look good would be like details, focal point.
Shading.
Yeah, shading, or you can do shading at this stage too, but it would be more simple.
Yeah.
Details, focal point, finishing touches. What good is a drawing if it doesn't look good at the end, right? So that's what this stage is for. It's for making sure it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and in our anime art school, I teach you how to render and paint.
yeah, I mean, we have a class on this in our school, a figure drawing class, but if you take any figure drawing class out there, you'll basically learn a process that's something like this. So I hope that helps if you want to take a screenshot of this. There's books available out there as well, like Michael Hampton's book, Figure Drawing, Design, and Invention.
We put those books away.
I think we put the books away. There's Morpho is not a figure drawing book, it's an anatomy book, but it is good for reference.
Can you draw a body real fast? I don't know about real fast, but
I don't know about real fast. Do you want to draw one?
I'll draw one real
Sure.
fast.
Just like a simple pose using that 3-step process.
Okay.
Here, we'll switch.
Okay.
Because I want my drink.
Okay.
I want my juice.
Juice.
So Christina will draw a body real fast using this process.
Yep, so what I first start off with is, okay, very simple. My proportions. How large is this person? Thank you. And I also start very loosely because this is not meant to be perfect right off the bat. This is not meant to look crisp. It's not meant to look pretty. It's just there to set up.
Proco is very good too, yeah.
Yeah, he is very good.
Proco has paid classes as well that are very good.
I would recommend
Figure
them.
drawing.
I need to actually try them
I've
as
taken
well.
some of Proco's stuff.
Oh, nice. So you notice that when I'm drawing the stick figure,
Yeah.
a lot of it is just a bunch of lines, huh? So,
Yep.
so this is
So
step one.
Christina has just done proportion and gesture at the same time.
Yep.
And then she's gonna do simple volumes.
Yep.
And usually that's done with wrapping lines.
Yep.
Morpho does have a simplified forms book. I have it. It's pretty good. I think the thicker one, the actual Morpho book is better, but I actually have all of the Morpho books,
See, like,
and it's pretty good.
So I'm implying my cylinders right here. This means that this cylinder is facing up. This means that this cylinder is facing down. You know, this cylinder is facing down. This cylinder is facing up.
So that would be this
Forms,
right here.
Your
volumes.
volumes.
I'm telling you, like, half of good drawings is understanding and being able to execute a good process.
If you keep doing the process over and over again, it's gonna just be a lot less stressful.
So now Christina is basically starting to move into the second stage, which is filling it in.
out.
And that would be where you start adding anatomy and some details and stuff like that. Okay, if you guys go live on Valentine's Day, I won't be there. I'll be spraying Silly Stream and every happy couple I see.
Oh, that's fun.
That includes you too. Watch your backs for sure.
Okay.
Mark Burnett, yeah, his content's really good. He's a very good artist.
He is a very good artist.
Mark
Hope to
Burnett's
be-
legit. There's a lot of people who teach a lot that aren't really that good. Mark Burnett is legit.
Yeah, Mark.
Proco is legit. Michael Hampton is legit. Sam does art is pretty good, but
Yeah.
he's more of an entertainer. He doesn't really do a lot of in-depth teaching lessons as far as I'm concerned.
Right. And if this is, well, what I just drew here is a girl, so the anatomy will look slightly different. They're all the same anatomy for both guys and girls. It'll just appear visually a little bit different. So this is when I start adding like my extra stuff, like the chest lumps, I guess, lumpies, where I add in, you know, the abs, the center line, just to make it look a bit prettier and add more information. You're adding more information as you go. You're not trying to get all the information out at once. That's why you get overwhelmed.
Yeah,
So
so this is phase 2, by the way.
yeah, this is phase 2.
Have you thought about drawing a Valentine's Day themed character? You'd definitely be good at it.
Huh.
We could do something like that, maybe
Yeah.
for a stream soon.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Can you draw a face? Yes, you can.
I can.
And Mikey Mega Mega for the more cultured. I have seen some of Mikey Mega Mega's content. He's not bad. He's pretty good. I haven't seen any of his content in a really long time. I think he draws like NSFW probably, but I think his actual like YT content and stuff is a little bit more tame. Am I correct about that? Hey Tira.
Hey Tira. All right. So I just finished most of phase 2, but since I can't draw the whole entire body, I'm gonna move to phase 3, which is making it look nicer. And this is where I kind of refine this whole thing. For me personally, I like to keep my generation 1 drawing, meaning I like to keep the energy of the drawing. So all I do, this is, you know what? What should I?
Sorry, I gotta respond to
I'm gonna save this.
I gotta respond to the Discord questions, and I have to go recopy the link. Why does the iPhone like clear your clipboard after like 10 minutes? It's
I
so
don't
weird.
know. Oh my gosh, this pen is acting weird. Basically what I do is I erase most of this so I could barely see the drawing, but it's still there. And then it's like kind of like an underdrawing, right? If you have this, you can basically just add more details on top, but while keeping the same energy of your drawing so it doesn't look sterile. So here, I'm just making it look pretty now, meaning cleaning things up a little bit more, adding maybe some more interesting shapes, like make this deltoid look nicer, add some nice folds in the skin, add some extra nooks and crannies like that. And that's gonna make the body look less like a diagram and more like an actual person.
The chibi class. Okay.
Thank you.
Where's our list?
There,
No.
down. Oh, there it is.
What are you?
Thank you. Sorry. I thought the sketchbook was on the other side.
Yeah.
So-
We're gonna need to make a new list.
Cutica? Cuticador?
Cutica.
So basically what this list is, if we do OC drawing,
Yeah.
which is basically I draw your OCs on, it's like a little event. Here, this is what they look like. This is where I draw your OCs. Usually it's a role. If you get Chibi Art Class, that means you're on the priority list. So that means I will draw your character for sure in these sessions.
Yeah. Next time you diss me for being single, I'm gonna draw Christina as a Pokemon trainer, and you're gonna be a
Execute? Oh my gosh.
What is that?
That's the palm. That's like the palm tree Pokemon.
Oh, those are kind of cool. What about what's bad about them?
They look They look silly.
Do they?
They kind of do.
I
You should
mean,
look it up.
Silly.
I mean, you're cute.
I look like a white coconut.
That's
Search
funny.
it up.
So Kitika is now on the list because she bought Chibi Art Class. So OC drawing priority list.
Yeah.
Get it if you want. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was drawing this body. So this is my third phase where I'm just like using this drawing and just pulling things out with the desired effect. Like, okay, maybe I want the breast to look like this, or maybe I want more of the anatomy to show on the belly and the belly button.
Yeah, Star, did you DM us on TikTok?
Adding fingers, stuff like that. Now, what I'm doing right here is not just outliner. It's not just tracing. I'm still adding more than I did in the previous step. I'm adding extra forms on top. I'm making it look nicer. I'm showing the form still. It's not just outlining. So that's just another thing to be aware of. Be aware of.
There you go. I sent it to you.
Discord server?
Yeah.
Now, if I had more time, I would definitely make this a lot prettier. But I think you get the gist.
Yeah. So this would be like stage 2, maybe moving into stage 3 soon. Like you'd finish this, and that would be the end of stage 2.
Yeah.
And then you would start stage 3, which would be making things look good, working on the line weight, working on the focal point, making the face look better, all that kind of thing.
Yep. Shading it, whatever.
By the way, this is on, we're streaming on YT as well right now, and you can go over to our channel and you can rewatch this stream as many times as you want.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lazy Greed, how's it going?
There we go. Lazy Greed, hey. And then if I want to shade this, I can. shade them like cylinders and boxes.
Oh no, ever since that day you dissed me, I've been training rendering skin so I can make the best cursed drawing of you and your bald head.
Oh my gosh.
That's great. I'm
That is
glad that I
great.
could give you the motivation to practice
It's
harder.
spite. It's like spite.
I don't care if it's spite or a positive or a negative emotion. If it gets you to
Draw.
practice and draw, then I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Ooh, thank you for the follows.
We're talking to Snaz, by the way. He's one of our
He's one of our OGs.
Regulars. Australian OG regulars.
Yep.
Thank you, 5179, Han, Bunny, Koya, Spencer, Mia. Thank you for the follows. I blinked twice and it was done. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's the
that's
power
how you do it, of a process.
of a good process.
Setting it up, filling it in, making it look good.
Yeah, simple figure.
Simple figure. You told me to do it fast. Whoever said that to do that. Can you draw a dress? Yeah, I can.
Depends on what kind of dress.
Depends on what kind of dress. I mean, if you just want to draw the skirt part, it's just a cone. And just you can make it as short or as long as you want. If I want to make it a sexy dress.
And then if you want to be able to draw something other than naked people, you're going to want to take a costume drawing class. Again, there's one in Anime Art School. It comes included, so you learn figure drawing and costume drawing and character design and perspective and backgrounds and painting and rendering, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm addicted to learning art. I can't get myself to leave the stream to sleep. But Dahlia, you need to sleep.
I thought you needed... Why is my pen not working? Look, it's not working at all. There it goes.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I used to not do this, but now it's like cutting out and being weird.
Yeah.
Dresses is all about... See, there it goes. It's gone.
What is going on? Plug it in. I don't know what the deal is with that. I think my iPad used to do that sometimes.
I'd say if you want to draw a dress, learn design. Learn how dresses like fit around the form of the body. See, there it goes.
Maybe the iPad needs to be restarted.
Maybe it
sometime
needs to,
soon. Maybe
yeah.
we'll restart it after stream.
Yeah. There's a
Always
dress.
suck at rendering hair anyways. Yeah, just draw me all the time, I guess.
Wait, let's add some hair.
Or Saitama. Draw Saitama.
Saitama?
Have you tried to turn it off and on again? No.
Not yet.
It just started happening this stream.
Ooh, sexy lady.
Yeah, that's how you would
Draw a dress on top.
draw a dress on top, yeah.
Wait, I need to make her have heels. Black heels. Muscular boss girl.
Yep.
What did you do to make it angry? I don't know what I did. I think it's
No
because I
idea.
haven't drawn for a few days. The past week, actually.
Maybe so. What do you think of the XYZ method for fold clothes? Clothes don't really exist outside of drawing bodies usually. So probably not. I would say you draw the body and you understand those forms and then you wrap the clothes around those forms.
Yeah.
So you would generally start adding clothes to this body in either state the end of phase 1 or in phase 2. So, I mean, it's going to exist in XYZ just means 3D space, right? X, Y, and Z axis, forward, backwards, up, down, left, right. So, yeah, I mean, clothes would exist in XYZ space. If that's what you mean. And maybe I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but yeah, if you want to draw clothes, you would basically draw the simple volumes of the body first and then wrap the clothes around it.
Mm-hmm. I literally just draw my people as macaroni people.
Yeah.
Cylinders for arms. Because it's just
Like the
there
shape
for information.
Of the folds. If you want to get better at drawing clothing folds, you'd want to learn the 7 basic folds. Those will teach you the shapes. We actually have a TikTok with Anya, like this, right here. So if you go to our profile, you see Anya. This will be a quick reference guide for the 7 basic folds.
And how it
You've got,
happens.
you know, pipe folds, diaper folds, zigzag folds, spiral folds, half lock folds, drop folds, dead folds, and I think that's the last one. And make sure you hit the follow button, by the way. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Thank you for the follow. Pepsi. Peeps.
You can download those images, by the way. We have downloads on, so you can just save them all to your phone and put them in a folder and refer to them whenever you want. That'll help a lot. Knowing the folds will help you know
Where to put them.
where to put certain shapes,
Yeah.
usually.
Like, I know that a half-lock fold looks like this, for the most part. So I put them in where areas of half-lock folds would happen.
I have such a hard time drawing hair.
We did draw a lot of hair earlier this stream, so you can check it out.
Yeah, we have some content on our channel about hair as well. Christina actually put up a 3-part series of videos as well.
Yep.
We have some on our TikTok, but if you don't have TikTok, we have it on our YT channel as well.
Someone said a really nice thing earlier.
Which were genuinely super cool. Thank
Yeah,
you,
that
Kaden. Peeps for me, thanks for the follow. I think my next desire is clothing studies. I'm tired of making boxy shirts. It's really not that bad.
It's like...
You'll memorize like 4 or 5 different common things that tend to happen, like these kind of things,
Those folds.
these kind of things,
Those diagonal.
tension points, and you'll notice that it's actually pretty easy, pretty quick. Hey Mika, this is an iPad with drawing in Procreate. What will be taught in the first term for the live classes? The first term for the live classes, if you go to our page where the live classes are, you hear about them, you can actually download the weekly plan for what's planned. It's called Anime Drawing Foundations, and we're basically doing an overview of pretty much as much stuff as we can cover in 10 weeks. So it's pretty broad, and we'll be going through a run-through of a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
And so the benefit of the live classes, if you're interested in it, is you can get feedback on your work, and you can identify weak points and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very broad. It's not like
Super
super
hyper-fixated.
specialized on something.
That's
But
what
we
the
can
anime-
run stuff like that in the future as well.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what anime art school is good for. Everything's very specialized.
Yeah, well, anime art school is like
Everything.
specialized on everything.
Yes.
But it's very large, and a lot of people know that if they buy a big recorded class, they won't go through it.
Right. So they have the accountability of anime art school live.
So that's why we offer both.
Yeah.
Some people are really good with recorded classes, other people want live classes.
Anatomy and stuff too. Yes. There will be anatomy.
Yep.
And
you mean
people
in the
drawing.
live classes? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to know more about the live classes, you can go here and go to the red
Button.
and then it'll tell you all about it. And it's going to be running February 8th, which is a Saturday, through April 12th, every Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern, and it's probably going to go for about 3 or 4 hours.
Yep. The last date for submissions is the 7th of February. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are... How many people are in the live classes already? There's
think 5
people in the classes, and there's like 3 or 4 people who are going to be
Saving
signing
up.
up soon, so spots are running out.
Yes. What's the pen? An Apple Pen. You can also get the brush that I'm using for this program in our bio. How much does it cost? The live costs 600, right?
Yeah, 600.
600 USD. Can you explain the 2 books and what it is in simple terms again?
Yeah, we can actually flip through the books if you
Sure.
want. Here's book 1.
Here's book 1. This
Book
is the
1.
basics of drawing anime.
Yeah, book 1 is the basics of drawing anime. It brings you through a bunch of different things.
Clothes.
Yeah, clothes, the 7 basic folds, different instances, how to break it down,
Bodies.
muscles, the anatomy of the different parts of the bodies, how to construct figures, feet, hands, fingers, booties,
Arms.
a lot of anatomy and simplified stuff. Proportion,
Hair.
rendering hair.
And then towards the end, illustration processes,
Yeah,
step
more
by
like the
steps.
process.
Oh, that's cute.
How much
Stuff
does
like
this
that.
book cost? I believe it is on Amazon for $26.95.
And book 2 is
Book
on how to
number two.
design your own character. So even if you've never designed your own character but you've always wanted to, this book is for you. This will also take skills
Hey,
from
Lindsay.
book 1. Lindsay, hey!
Hello.
Hello. So this is all about character design, designing based on graphic shapes, body types, right?
Dahil?
Male and female body types, old, young and old body types, teenagers, kids, female body types, male body types, anything that you can think of, expressions for your characters as well. We created like a whole cast of characters for this book and a whole story. So yeah,
Weird girly pop. Hey.
Hey.
welcome.
So
Very
here's-
nice username.
more on design. 2 different character designs on each side. Just the overall process and poses. So yeah, that is how to draw characters. Second book. How much does the book cost? The books, both of them cost about $26,
$26.95.
$26.95.
Yep. So Cutica, does that answer your question about what's in them? How would you join the Miki and Miko yoga poses were so cute. That's great. Chris, did you get your books and stuff yet?
Yeah, did you?
How would you join the DC? Luke, you can DM us on TikTok and we'll send you the invite if you want. That's kind of the easiest way. Otherwise, you can go to our profile and go on the link there. Should be here by Friday. Awesome. Yes, because I'm buying them both. Great.
Great. Awesome.
Ugh.
It's
It's
so cute.
Take this as a warning. One thing, I don't know why.
The Austrian.
What you trying?
You need to say that louder.
They can hear it.
Oh.
I don't know the lyrics to that song. I never really listened to Linkin Park.
Tips on wrinkles and realistic clothing.
Learn the
seven basic folds.
learn the 7 basic folds.
We have that in our TikTok as well.
Yeah, we have a
so-
TikTok on that. We also have a complete class on costume and clothing drawing as well.
Mhm. Drawings are so cool. Thank you. I like this character a lot. She a baddie.
Yeah, these are today's demos.
Mhm. Drawing a bunch of clothes. Drawing jeans.
Jeans.
Corkscrew braids.
Those are fun.
Yeah, those are fun. I like those.
Jellyfish.
Cornrows.
Ooh, we should do a short on like different ones of these.
Yeah, different braids. I like that.
This one's cute.
Thank you.
I think you would wear that probably.
Yeah, I think she would. Ooh, thank you for the follows, Chris and Eric.
Perspective stuff, different bodies and different perspective.
Yeah.
Joined, awesome.
You want to wrap up soon?
Colton Australian karaoke stream when? Maybe when we hit like 1 million followers or subscribers or something. I do karaoke and then completely humiliate myself in front of tons of people. Can't wait
Dance
to learn
Mom,
more.
hey.
Awesome. Dance Mom, hello.
Been a hot minute.
I might have seen a comment by you recently. I
Oh.
just saw the name come up, but it's been a hot minute.
I like that saying. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. We actually have some stuff that we have to do tonight.
Yep.
We've been pretty busy the whole week, so we might not be on super late tonight. We might have to wrap up pretty soon.
But I missed streaming.
I miss streaming too.
I did.
We were out all day. We had to do something with my brother, and he only got off of work kind of late, so we had to miss stream on Monday.
Yeah.
I sure do. Check y'all's VOD channels. Awesome.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad.
Can't wait to buy the live Saturday. Awesome. I'm really excited to have you in class.
Yes.
And I was noticing we do appreciate you welcoming new people that are in the
Yeah.
school channels.
Really
It's-
nice. Thank
it's
you.
great. Thank you.
And also thank you, mods, for looking after the server while we're so busy.
Yeah, thank you, mods.
Gotta
We've
say
been
that.
Pretty busy.
Yeah. Ready for the weeklies. Yes, we're gonna do weeklies
Yep.
and monthlies. this Friday. We'll see how far we get.
Yeah, don't forget, challenges are due Friday
Friday.
before stream, and we'll be going over those. Remember, we have switched to covering the challenges at the end of stream rather than the beginning of stream.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do submit challenges and we cover them Friday, which is also the monthlies. We're doing the monthlies
we're doing
as
both
well.
monthlies and weeklies.
So monthlies and weeklies are due Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we're going to be going over those towards the end of stream on Friday, so awesome. I'm excited to see them.
I'm excited to see him too.
If you do karaoke, I got some songs in mind.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Well,
That was fun.
that was fun. I want to start doing more off-day streams as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, TikTok's still here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, TikTok's kind of cooked because it's not available in the App Store anymore, and that was kind of the whole thing they wanted.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not available to download, then it's just gonna slowly bleed people until it's completely fried, unless they reverse it.
Yep.
So it kind of sucks. It's like a slow
Slow
bleed,
death.
slow death. So, but we're gonna continue to stream on YouTube as well. So don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna be making a lot of long form, short form content, stuff like that.
Colin, do you think once I finish like 200 boxes, can I DM you and maybe you have time you can look at that?
Let me think.
He's thinking.
Because I want to try new stuff. Artemis, if you do 500 boxes, they don't have to be like super crisp. If you do 500 boxes and you number them, yeah. What I'm saying, if you do 500, because I want your first 500. Because if you're doing something wrong, I want to be able to help you so you can do the next 500 and improve. If you do 500 boxes Artemis, this is an offer just for you. And you send them to me. You don't have to send all of them to me. Maybe you can send like
All of them in one page?
periodically.
Periodically.
I'll review them. I'll give you feedback. Not necessarily on call, but I'll give you feedback on it. And if it works well, I might do something similar in the future, but it has to be 500. I ain't giving you feedback unless you do enough, because
Number them.
I want you to be determined to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can do as many as you want. If you join the live classes, I'll give you feedback every week.
Yep. Someone asked if we're father and daughter. I always think those questions are
Yes,
funny.
this is my daughter.
We're married.
Yonanda. Yonanda. Of course I've heard that song. You kidding me?
We've been good.
Yeah, we've been really good.
Past week was very busy, but we've been good.
You just gave me a Vegemite sandwich. Yeah, it's Men at Work. Down Under. Land Down Under. You know it. Married to your dad.
Nast. Don't say that.
Get out of here. But yeah, Artemis, if you do 500 boxes, I will give you some feedback. I'll give you a critique. And then you can do the next 500.
You stole my juice.
Are you guys still doing the plan? If you buy the live, you'll get your OC drawn? Yes.
Yes, we're
Lindsay,
doing that
Lindsay,
offer.
you are good.
Yep.
If you're getting the live class,
We will draw your character.
that's why we haven't actually mailed your books and drawing out yet, because we'll put the second drawing with it.
Mm-hmm. Love the mug. I know, this mug's cute, ain't it?
Hey, Rin.
Well, I think maybe it might be time to wrap up.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there, I think. How do you render when you know where the light coming from, but with a multiply layer?
Use- You use the multiply layer as a shadow. I
You
guess.
just The multiply layer is just using a different tool.
Yeah.
You're essentially doing the same thing. So as long as the value is right, go ahead and use multiply, but you don't have to. We never use multiply on the iPad.
Nope.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you for showing up. We will be seeing you on Friday for challenges and hanging it out.
You
Courtney
can-
almost got it right. Yeah, I don't know the song by heart, but
You can get this brush, by the way, in our link in bio.
was it he just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich?
I don't know.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. See y'all.
See you, TikTok.
And
Bye, YouTube.
YouTube. We will
YouTube.
stop streaming, so see ya. Bye-bye.